Chicago last weekend, and they had a walk for type 1 diabetes, and thousands of people, thousands of people. They raised $545,000 and walked a mile. And a lot of kids, that have type 1 go all there.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Maroons football on WTYE-FM, WTYEFM.com on the internet. Mike Scheimer along with Terry Roach, the former Robinson head football coach, going to be with us this evening. Reggie out of town. And our producer, Zach, back at the station. We're in the press box here at Crosby Field awaiting the start of the LIC conference game. The Maroons and Newton, both teams have been on the field loosening up. And we're about 15 minutes away from the kickoff of this game. Pre-game brought to you by Bertram Pharmacy, fast, friendly service. Andy Core and his gang over on North Allen Street do a great job taking care of all Crawford County. We'll take a 60-second timeout, visit with the coach, and more of our pregame after this.
Please stand for a playing of our school song.
It's them. Hey, welcome back to Crosby Field. The band playing in front of us. Terry just gave me a look like, oh, this is breaking up. Well, that's what happens when that sound comes up in here and kind of messes with our mics. But they'll be out on the football field here shortly, and things will be much better for our sound. There shouldn't be a problem for you right now. Coach, appreciate you coming up, spend the evening with me here. We're going to have a pretty good football game with two teams that have struggled. Both Maroons at 2-4, Newton 1-5. You know a lot about the Eagles. You've seen their coaching staff many years. So they've got some history, I guess, of what they want to run and how they're going to look.
Oh, I'm sure they do. It's like you said, both teams have probably not had the seasons they would like to have had so far, but to be very honest, when Newton and Robinson get together, you can pretty well throw everything out the window, and it's just a big rivalry. It always has been.
You know, you talk about a rivalry, and I was going to do that at halftime, but we might as well hit that a little bit. You know, even when you coach back, it's been several years now, but the rivalry with Newton, it kind of developed during that span of the 21 years that you were the head coach here. And how does that work? It just seems like they're just something the kids get that vibe, but this is going to be a team that we're going to battle with year in and year out in every sport.
Well, there's a lot of reasons that can probably grow a rivalry, but we were probably the two closest teams in the conference, and we were both about the same size. So it became, a big thing with the two smallest schools in the conference playing each other, and kids knew each other and that kind of thing. So it turned out to be a really, really good rivalry. And Bob and I went after each other pretty good. He knew our team and we knew their team, and it was always who's going to change this year, so to do something different to try to make the breakup or something of this. But it was always a good one.
Motivational-wise, you come in at 2-4 and Newton at 1-5. They're still at the high school level. They still want to play. You don't really have that let down, and like you would at maybe at the pro level, the college level. These teams, these kids, they only have a few games to play in their career, and I think they don't back off.
Right, and also when you look at the schedules, they've played some good teams. Robinson's played some big teams. They played Effingham and Taylorville and I think Newton's played 3 undefeated teams at this point. So, they've played good competition, both of them, even though their records are not what they'd like. And then I think they've both grown too. A lot of friends in Newton and play golf with, and from listening to them talk during the course of the year, they started out pretty young and had some injuries and stuff, and I think they've got people coming back. And
Maroons on a 2-game winning streak, knocking off Marshall, and then last week got by Lawrenceville easily. Lawrenceville, I'd say, they're struggling. They're a year or so away, but pretty weak football team in Lawrenceville right now, and hopefully they're going to bounce back. But LIC conference being led by Alney, which had probably the biggest win in their conference career last week. Did you?
I think that might have been the first time they've ever beaten Mount Carmel, because they were talking about it broke a school record or something. So.
Well, and I heard that might have been the first time Mount Carmel lost a conference football game. I can't remember them losing one. But that's
probably true.
Well, they've had a strong program for several years. I think the big game on everybody's schedule now is Casey and Alney, and they'll play in a week from tonight. Casey playing Mount Carmel tonight. That's a big game for them. Both Casey and Alney in the conference undefeated.
Yeah, that ought to be a dandy. And I haven't seen them all play, obviously, so to compare that kind of thing. But I know Alney's got some talented kids.
We heard that from the Newton radio guy just a few minutes ago. Said their offense was impressive, and they put 60-some points up on a Newton team, but Newton answered that with 30 of their own. So you got to keep that in perspective too. So Newton apparently can score some points.
Yeah, they've been scoring a lot more points in the last 3 or 4 games than they were earlier in the year. So I'm sure their offense is coming around.
Maroons on the way back. We can see him walking across the road behind the visitor bleachers. With that, let's get our popcorn report in, brought to you by OD Electric. Well, I know Terry didn't have any popcorn, and I ate a cookie.
No popcorn tonight.
So, Odie, we're going to tell you that historically the popcorn, as we've mentioned before, really pretty good here, and we're going to give it a good grade, even though we couldn't get it. They had the concession closed when I got here, and we're just going to have to say it's okay. So, but anyway, Odie, a big fan of the popcorn, and Lori as well. For your heating, cooling, and systems maintenance, give Odie a call. Bill does a great job for him as well. 618-544-3881 for all your heating and air conditioning needs, Odie Electric. Glad to have you along. And we'll catch that popcorn when basketball season comes around. Much easier to get a bag. Keep track of that. Well, the Maroons heading out on the field as they get ready to run through the banner. I just feel a good atmosphere here tonight in Crosby Field. Seen a lot of football games here, and this rivalry with Newton, a good one. And we'll see how it's going to work out. We watched them in pregame, and one thing we noticed about the Alney football or Newton football team, they get a couple of kickers. The punter was good.
Yeah, they did. The place kicker, we watched him make several 40-yard field goals. And the punter was getting a nice high kick, too, so that's something that you need to be ready for.
You know, we talked a little bit when we watched the coin flip, and my point that you brought out was we won and deferred, but you mentioned to me immediately, said you always defer, and you always did. When you coached, you always deferred if you could win that flip. And what did you say the percentage was, and why do you do that at the high school level?
I don't know what the percentage is, but to me, the easiest defensive series that you should be the first one of the game, because it's a feeling out process with both of them, so you can a lot of times get a stop, and then of course you're going to get the ball to start the second half. So if you get a stop after the first 3 downs and out, or a first series, it's not very long, you got the ball back, you're going to get the ball in the second half, and you got everything going your way.
So we win the toss and deferred, and that's the way it worked. We're good to see that, so we'll get our offense on the field first. About 6.5 minutes left in the pregame, brought to you by Bertram Pharmacy, and the Maroons ready to come out. We're going to keep it here until they do the national anthem, and I feel that's going to happen about the time the Maroons get on the football field. Again, they'll play without one of their key weapons tonight, as Isaiah Poole out with that knee issue that he hurt just a few weeks ago. And that's been a loss for the Maroons, a defensive back, punt returner. And that's going to be a player. I'm sorry, it wasn't. Yeah, it's Isaiah Poole, number 4. And he's got a knee issue. He will not play here this evening for sure. Waiting for the Maroons to come out. Maroons with just 3 games left tonight. Travel to Paris next Friday, and then we'll have Alney. And Alney, if they can get by a good Casey team in a week, could come in here undefeated. And that goes to the team that was 0-9 a year ago.
Yeah, that's quite a turnaround they have down there. They've got some talented kids. I was talking to you earlier. I know that they've got the big tackle, the Tolman kid, and he's getting looks from big schools all over the place. In fact, I know he's going to Notre Dame tomorrow for an official visit, maybe an unofficial visit, but he's going to Notre Dame tomorrow.
And he's been at Illinois, and we know that for a fact. So when you're a junior and you're 6'8", 315 pounds, they get noticed.
You're going to get noticed. Not only on the field, but you're going to get noticed by schools all over the place. That travels fast.
That kid plays basketball.
Yeah, and
of course, his brother.
He played baseball too, or track also. So he's just a good athlete.
Remember when his brother played
yes.
basketball?
What a
player! Yeah, that's his cousin.
Yeah.
Okay, what a player he was. Newton getting ready to come out. The Maroons now down in front of us, and they're going to have the national anthem. Now, with that, you're listening to Bertram pregame. We'll take a 2-minute break from Crosby Field. Be back ready for football when we come back.
Officials tonight are Hunter Michael, Josh Fox, Justin Quant, Tyler Finch, and Nick Patton.
Okay, welcome back to Crosby Field. Both teams have made it out. We're getting close to the kickoff, and Mickey Walton down in the end zone tells me he's got hot dogs on the grill for us, Coach. We may have.
Is that right?
It's real tough to eat and talk at the same time. Just want to break the news to you.
I figured that out. It's going to be hard for me. I'm going to try to do some stats here for you tonight, and I'm a real good looker, but I'm not. I mean, watcher maybe is a better thing to say. Well, I don't know how this will be trying to keep stats and do that at the same time.
You'll get to watching the game. You told me this story of missing Tony's touchdown because you were watching instead of filming. So
he still hasn't let me get that one out. I was trying to film and watch him, and I missed his touchdown. So as a freshman, that didn't go over well.
I used to do that when Wade played. So just get the watching him instead of the ball. But it's contagious. It's what you do with your kid. All right, winding the clock down, we'll have the kickoff team for the Maroons out. That should be Van Schoik. He's kicked the ball well last couple of games. So getting in a groove a little bit. Newton with a sophomore quarterback, and I think we noticed the tight end, the 6'3", 215-pound freshman. Would that be the coach's son? Or
That's the coach's son.
Quincy Fulton. It's a big freshman.
He's a man.
Big boy.
He's the same age as my grandson, and I remember one time a couple years ago when he was pitching, my grandson didn't want anything to do with batting.
It's kind of like watching Myers Leonard pitch when he was 13 years old. No,
that's right.
When he came off the mound, he was about 45 feet from home plate.
It looked like it.
Yeah, kind of scary. Big kids can make an advantage. All right, Van Schoik's got it on the tee, and Maroons wearing a lot of pink tonight as it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and our kids representing that. On the tee and good to go here.
Like we've got the freshman deep in the middle to return. Quincy Fulton.
Waiting for it back on about the 9-yard line. Deep man for Newton. Waiting on the whistle on the official. We'll get this LIC conference game underway from Crosby Field tonight. Listening to Maroons football on WTYE FM and over on the internet and live streamed WTYEFM.com. So enjoy the game tonight. Blow the whistle. Where's our referee at?
Well,
they're
got a
talking.
Conversation going on down there in the corner.
Checking out Mickey Walton's hot dogs, maybe. I don't know. Oh, are they looking at the chain?
Something with the chains, I think.
Only got one guy to run a chain. Where is the chain gang?
Well, not sure. We've got one down there. Maybe two.
Well, it's laying down. And now they're talking to the Newton. Never seen this before.
I haven't either. I would have thought if we were missing some help, they would have had that.
Here comes the guy from the walking through the end zone now.
I think that's Mr. Music. He's going to figure out what's going on.
We'll be with you shortly.
Yeah.
Maybe the chains broke.
Well, when he stood it up, it looked like it was bent. So something with the chain gang, and there's a huddle along the end. And that might be a trainer there too. So both teams on the field ready to go. And we're kind of watching the activity across the field. Let's see how bent that one is.
Yeah, it's bent quite a bit down at the bottom.
All right. They're looking at everybody. We're going. Here comes the whistle, and we're ready for the kickoff. Maroons at 2 and 4. Newton going to get the short kick and catches it at the 30-yard line. He's at the 35, 40, and hit hard there and driven back. And the Eagles probably going to take over about their 39-yard line. There's Elliott down near the bottom of the pile for the Maroons on the tackle. We'll wait for the spot. And they're not going to give him his forward progress, are they?
Not at all.
Wow. 36-yard line of scrimmage for the Newton Eagles. They'll get the first possession here this evening. And they'll go from the left hash mark. Their quarterback is sophomore, as I mentioned. 6'2", 155-pound Hayden Mulvey. And that's a name that when you see these teams from these LIC conference teams, you recognize names from years ago. So it's just a family affair. Mulvey, the quarterback, and the pistol. Puts a man in motion. They'll keep it on the ground and try the right side. And they've got some running room. Picks up about 4 on the play.
That's Quincy Fulton there.
24, Quincy Fulton, the ball carrier.
Brought down by number 10. That's Cameron Dennis with the tackle. Give him about 3, maybe 4 on the play. Closer to 3. It'll be second down and 7. The ball on the 39. Another tough spot there. I thought he had the 40. Right hash mark, though, as they take it that side. Now quarterback up under center. Nobody in the backfield.
Nobody in the backfield.
2 receivers split wide left, and the man in motion coming that way, and they give it to Fulton again, and we wrap him up quickly.
Good defense there.
That's Braden Murray, the sophomore, makes the stop. Loss of 1 on the play, maybe 2. It's going to be third down and 9. On the Eagle 37-yard line. They need to get it out to the 46, so we might see our first pass of the ball game. Mulvey, the quarterback, talking in the backfield with Fulton. Fulton going to line up in the slot here on the left side. Maroons up in the box, heavy.
We've got 4 receivers going right.
Flush through, they make the pass, and that's going to be a first down, a lot more. He's at midfield, 40, 45, breaks 1, and he's going to take it to the house. And that is going to be a touchdown. That's a strike of 63 yards, 10-21 to play in the first quarter. Newton Just a dump pass in the right flat, and it goes for 63 yards and a touchdown. 10:21 to play in the first quarter. And the Eagles on a long third down break it and get the early lead to come out, try the extra point. This kicker had a leg. We watched him in pregame. Henry Will, this kid's a sophomore too. Their quarterback is sophomore, and I think he'll hold. There's a snap, ball down, kick up, and it's going to be good from here. 7-0. Eagles with the score. We'll be back with a kickoff in 30 seconds. Did you get the receiver? I didn't get him.
Number 4.
Okay.
Was the tailback. It lined up in a trips, and he motioned to quads, and then they threw it.
Well, Coach, a quick strike from Newton. You say 3 plays and
3 plays, 64 yards.
What'd you see on the play?
Wolf.
Yeah.
Well, they started out in the trips, and then they motioned and ended up having 4 receivers to one side, and I don't know for sure whether we were playing man or zone, but we had one guy there in the middle that got wide open, and then he just beat the next guy closest to him.
He ran to the house, had one guy really to beat down about the 20-yard line. Stepped away from him, and they were in the end zone. So an early strike, early score from the Newton Eagles. They're on top. Will kick off for Newton, and Maroons drop back and stand on their 13-yard line. It should be.
Got to keep their heads up about that one because they had 2 good plays on defense and they gave up the one big one, but it's early.
Green and Noblet back deep for the Maroons, and Green stepping up to his 13-yard line. Here's Will with the kickoff. And he pops it pretty good towards Green. Green drops back, takes it at the 10, at the 15, 20, makes a cut there, spins around, got an open look, and now going to be throwing back just across the 20-yard line. Green with the return.
Green on the return. Brought down by number 12, Drew Arnest.
Give him the 23-yard line, so about a 13-yard return. Waiting for the spot, though, and it will be the 23-yard line. Left hash. And Reese Johnson, the quarterback, leads his team out on the field, the junior. It'll put Green in the backfield with Bonnell. Split it wide left here, and go Noblet split well wide right on the left hash. And we'll keep it on the ground. Quarterback keeper up the middle, big push. Stood up after a gain of a couple. 7-0 Newton on the Cinco scoreboard with 10 minutes to play and the clock running in the first quarter. And he gets a yard, 2nd down and 9. No secret about that play, just the quarterback run.
Quarterback run. They bellied a fullback up in there. He just tried to follow him up in the hole.
We spread it out a bit now as we got receivers on either side. Johnson in the pistol. Has it. Looks to his left, still looking left, now flushed and running. And he's going to have to tuck it and go, and he's going to get close to the first down marker, short about a yard.
Quarterback keep.
Dropped out at the 33-yard line, and he'll be short a yard. 3rd and 1 for the Maroon offense at their own 30, just inside the 32-yard line. Maroons go no huddle, of course, and got the play in. Everybody looking at their wristband. Wampler, the center, ready to make the snap. Reese alone in the backfield, and we load up that left side.
Got all 5 receivers over there. One of them's ineligible.
Pitches it out. There's the catch made. Noblet breaks one tackle, has the first down yardage just barely. Eagles had a chance to stop him. Noblet picks it up. A hard work for him. Got it by a yard. 1st and 10 for the Maroons with 8:33 to play first quarter, trailing 7-0. Dennis and Bonnell back in the offensive huddle for the Maroons. We've got the play. Green going to split wide right. It's the point of the field where Coach Kent not afraid to throw long. As a footballer, keep it on the ground, a running play, stood up and dropped, might have got a yard. That was Bonnell. And no gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Ball carry number 39, Landon Bonnell.
Dennis coming out and hustling on the field for the Maroons. Isaac Ayers in the game. We're on a lineup split wide left. Maroons again spreading it out a bit. 3 receivers on the short side, the far side of the field. Reese looking at that armband, pretty heavy. Looks hard to Green. He's going to air it out, and there's the play, and he's there just off his hand. Incomplete, went long to Green. Had a play earlier. I thought he would do it then. He goes out on 2nd down, though, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That was a good pass. He dropped back, and they blitzed right off the corner there. They had a guy coming right in his face, and he laid the ball out there just perfect.
He throws a nice ball, doesn't he?
He throws a really nice ball.
3rd and 10. Now we're going to load up the right side. Green again split. Well, he's making a move back, and coming over here is Erickson. Murray playing some offensive back, too. He's a wide receiver. We load up the left or the right side. Obvious passing situation for the Maroons in this formation, I would think. Johnson alone in the backfield. Has it, looks hard left, now going to go that side. Airs it out, he's got a man there. And there's the catch, Noblet's got it. That's a touchdown. And that one goes for 67 yards. 7:13 to play. And the Maroons answer with a big strike of their own. Johnson to Noblet for 67 yards. And we're within a point of tying this up. Van Schoik with a kicking tee, hustling out, 7:13 to play. And the Maroons have answered. Beautiful pass from Johnson to Noblet. A.J. hauling it in on the run. Baseball outfielder. Snap, kick down, kick up, and we are tied. 7-all when we come back in 30 seconds for the kickoff. Be right back, folks. Kind of the I can outrun you play, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. He threw another really nice ball, too. He laid it up there and let him have a chance to run to it.
Threw it on the left side as he tried it to play before on the right side to Green. This time he went back, looked to the left, and hit Noblet in full stride. And I'd say that ball was in the air a good 35, 40 yards when Noblet hauled it in. And went in untouched, just ran away from the defensive back.
Yep.
Van Schoik ready for the kickoff. Tied at 7 on the Cinco scoreboard. Short kick again, taken at the 29. And he's out to the, spun around, breaks one tackle, comes back at the 35. Whoa, there's a hit from Noblet.
Wow.
Noblet laid a lick.
Jacob Oldham for Newton, and he started one way, and he came back and looked like he had something going on, and Noblet came out of nowhere.
Man, he laid a lick on him, didn't he? Yeah. And Odom, not the quickest kid on the field either. He looked like he was running in slow motion, mud maybe, but he took a hit from Noblet, able to hang on to the football. Those kind of hits, you cough it up more than you like. 1st and 10, again at the 39 for Newton, tied at 7. Maroons in this. Colton goes in motion. They're going to, busted play. And the Maroons cover that quickly and dropped at the 35. A loss of 4 on the play. Johnson came up from the cornerback spot to make the stop. And a loss of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 14. Busted play. He turned, and there was nobody there.
Nobody there. The back went the other direction, and then we had guys coming on him right from behind.
Well, they're going to do the old traditional huddle, bring the play in. Was Drake Wolf. Well, that's a Newton name, isn't it, Wolf?
Yes.
They spread it out. He's in the pistol, now drops Wolf in motion. Snap, flip out, got the pass caught, and this kid breaks it. And Wolf wrestled down after a nice gain of about 10 on the play. Murray there, along with Dennis. And they'll bring up 3rd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards here on 3rd down. The ball on the Newton 46-yard line. Clock moving just inside 6 minutes to play first quarter. And jogging out on the defensive line, Cruz Dunlap. There's a kid that looks like a football player for the Maroons.
He looks like an athlete, doesn't he?
You'd like to have him.
He looks good in pads. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he does. Going to line up as a right tight end. Well, last week, the other team would look to see where he was and ran away from him. They're going to do the same thing. Got the first down, breaks it here. 50, 45, 40, down inside the 30. Steps through a tackle and knocked out of bounds. A hard tackle by Bonnell. Wolf, though, gets it down near the 25-yard line. It's going to be a fun game if the offense looks like this for both teams.
Well, they set that play up pretty good. That was they had the motion like they were going to run that end-around sweep with Fulton, and then they came back with a trap that's back against the grain this way, and it opened wide open over here.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. That white traveling uniform, blue helmet for the Eagles. Maroon's home maroon top and gray pants, obviously a maroon helmet. There's the snap. Quarterback going to keep it. Looks for some running boot, and there's Cruz Dunlap. Loss of about a yard on the play. If you scout us, there's no way you run against Dunlap.
No, no, I wouldn't think so. He's a pretty impressive-looking player over there.
No gain on the play. They leave it on the 25-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Kid's about 3 yards from being in field goal range, maybe 2. Some ball on this time runs the play in for Newton. Tied at 7 on the Cinco scoreboard. We've got 4.5 to play in the first quarter at Crosby Field tonight. Maroons football and WTYE FM. Changing the quarterback. There's the snap to Wolf. Wants to throw, dumps it. There's the catch and some big yardage again. Going to be close to the first down.
Pass number 24, Quincy Fulton, brought down by number 5, A.J.
And he lined him up as a halfback in the backfield that time, and he leaked out in the flat. Got him the ball in the flat, and then he just ran around the edge.
Now, why the quarterback change? They went to Wolf on that play, and I think he's going to go again. That hard hit, you think he took over here on the sideline. No, he got dropped, didn't he? So Wolf stays at quarterback. Fulton on his left shoulder. They're down to the 13-yard line. And not much going there. And there's Cruz again.
24, Quincy Fulton.
Dunlap along with
Number 54,
Dennis.
Cruz Dunlap.
Got maybe a yard or 2. Give him 2. 2nd down and 8. And now they bring quarterback Mulvey back in the game.
Need to stiffen up down here and keep him out of the end zone.
In field goal range, but 2nd and 8. Ball on the 11. Fulton in motion, comes to the left side. Mulvey drops back, throws to the end zone, off the fingertips, and that's a touchdown to Wolf.
Wow.
Nice catch, one-handed. Took it out of the air, no flags at 3:10 to play. 11-yard touchdown pass, Mulvey to Wolf. And they regain the lead at 13-7. That was a nice catch.
Yeah, he kind of came out of nowhere. He was crossing the field from the right side, and he just all of a sudden nowhere and jumped up and one-handed brought that thing down.
Kicker on. Snap, ball down, kick up, and the line shot no good. Missed that one. 13-7. Maroons down by 6. We'll be back with a kickoff in 30 seconds. That could be big.
Yeah.
Well, 13-7. Newton back on top. What kind of scoring drive was that?
Yeah.
Quite a catch he made in the end zone.
Yeah, he made a really good catch. Like I said, I was looking down and watching, and all of a sudden he came out of nowhere. I didn't know for sure where the quarterback was throwing the ball when he let it go.
I think it was a set play. He just knew where it had to go, and
Yeah.
we had a defender fairly close.
Yeah, we were putting a lot of pressure on him when he let it go.
Kicker was stepping it off, ready to go. Henry Will. A little surprised he missed the extra point. Maroons waiting as Green and Noblet deep. Shorter kick, kind of punched it, aiming for that second tier return man. Took it at the 23, trying to get to the outside and dropped at about the 30-yard line, and that was Erickson on the return. Stone with the tackle for Newton, and the Maroons will take over 1st and 10 on their 30-yard line. Maroons offense on the right hash mark. Johnson, quarterback, he's got Noblet on his right shoulder.
Well, there's been 3 offensive possessions and 3 scores so far.
That makes it fun. From the right hash mark, coming in motion is Murray. There's the snap. Going to give him football. That's Noblet. Tries to get the corner and knocked out of bounds. Good gain on 1st down, though. Got across the 35 out near the 37-yard line. Ball knocked him out of bounds. 2nd down, and only need about 3 yards to keep the drive alive. 2:58 to play here in the first quarter. Maroons down 13-7 as Newton missed the extra point. Johnson in the pistol has Bonnell on his left shoulder. 2 receivers split wide left here on the right hash mark. The ball. There's a snap. Johnson wants to throw. Airs it out again. Got a man out there and overthrown this time. And they fairly well defended that play as Noblet had 2 defenders running with him. Crowd didn't like something. Hear that? I didn't.
I'm not sure what they're.
I don't know what that was about. Anyway, 2nd down. They got 3rd down and a good 3.5 yards needed. Newton coach barking at the referee too, so something happened they weren't happy about. Rivalry game here, I guess. Loading up the right side, trying to get the play in. Plenty of time on the clock. Noblet moves over to the left side now. Pushing out Erickson a bit. Hard count, nobody moved, and now Green goes in motion. Johnson keeps it, has 1st down, breaks it, and brings it out to the 45 on the quarterback keeper. 1st and 10 for the Maroons at their 45-yard line. 2:45 the clock moving first quarter. Robinson down 13-7 here at Crosby Field tonight. Now Noblet coming here on the short side. Split wide. Johnson ready for the football. In the pistol, has running backs on the other side. Ran into his own man. Falling forward for a couple of yards was Green.
Number six, Blake Green, the ball carrier.
2 on the play, 2nd down and 8. The ball now on the 47 of Robinson, trying to get to midfield. Several players on both teams going both ways here early. Now Noblet again moving this time to the left side. We've tried the long ball 3 different times now. Hit it on one. Big touchdown strike from Johnson and Noblet earlier. Now a quick out to Green. There's the catch. Hit and driven back. And they'll give him his forward progress to the 49. Got 2 more. It'll be 3rd down and 6. About 90 seconds left here in the first quarter. 3rd down, yep, 6 yards needed. Ball stays on that right hash mark. Green here on the short side. Noblet looking at his wristband, walking to the far left side, away from us. Defensive back asking for a little help out there. Like the throw, pump fake, looks left, hit as he lets it go. Got a man out there and makes the catch and fights inside the 20 down to the 17. Johnson took a hit when he let the ball go. Ballin made the tackle. Green took a pretty good hit, stayed on his feet, and got a couple of more yards down to the 17. Maroons trying to answer, trailing 13-7.
How many yards did he get on that? I was trying to.
He was on the 49 of Robinson. And he got it down to 17-34. Snaps low. Johnson picks it up off the ground. Got him trapped in the backfield. Noblet with good straight arm. Knocked out of bounds. Might have got a yard. Well, he may have lost a yard.
Number 5, A.J. Noblet, the ball carrier. Number 34, Cole Phillips.
Wait for the spot, but I think he's going to lose a yard here. Are they going to give him the forward progress? Yeah. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. It stays on the 17. We're going to wait, and we're going to go to the end of the first quarter. Coach Kent going to let the clock run down, and at the end of one, Maroons are down 13-7, but in the red zone. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Time now for our first quarter update, brought to you by Damian Tingley, Country Financial Rep here in Crawford County. Give him a call for your insurance needs. Terry, what you got?
Well, we only had 2 possessions in that first quarter. We've got Johnson ran the ball 3 times for 16 yards. Bonnell ran it once for no yards. Noblet ran it twice for 7. Green had it twice for 36 yards. And Johnson was 3 of 6. Let's see, 3 of 6 passing for, he's got like 108 yards right
Had
now.
a big strike on the 67 yards. Was it 67?
67-yarder and a 34-yarder to Green here. Just get it down where we are.
He spread the ball around. You know, he's kind of looking around. He's not just settled in, but boy, nice ball he's throwing. Just missing Green on a long one. He came back the next play and hit Noblet for a big touchdown. And now we got the ball in the red zone, looking at 2nd and 10 from 17-yard line. First quarter update brought to you by Damian Tingley, Country Financial Rep here in Crawford County. Ball on the right hash. Maroons spread it out. Both Green and Noblet split wide left. Johnson in the pistol. Hard count. Has the football. Hand off to Bonnell. They'll try the right side. Big yardage and heading for the goal line, down inside the 5. And that'll be a first down now, 1st and goal for the Maroons at the 2.
Number 39, Lennon Bonnell, the ball carrier.
And we'll put, 2-yard line. Bonnell, nice hard run on the right side.
But they got the edge established for him on that right side, and he got right around the corner and then kind of put his shoulder down and got a little blast through 3 or 4 yards on his own.
Maroons looking to get tie this thing up. Down 13-7. Johnson has it. Again to Bonnell. This is going to be a touchdown. 2 yards out. 11:30 to play in the first half. Bonnell from 2 yards out on the right side. Ran behind his right tackle. Bonnell with a touchdown. Maroons tie it up, and Van Schoik will try the extra point kick to get the lead. Tied at 13. This is power football. Nice block on that right side. Bonnell pretty much untouched to the end zone. Johnson the hold. I think Wampler, the center here, snaps the football. Not sure. There's the snap, back, kick down, kick up, and this looks good. He's gotten good. Van Schoik drops it in. The Maroons on top. 14-13. Robinson with a lead. We'll be back with a kickoff in 30 seconds. Well, you're looking at one team, it's 2-4, and the other one 1-5, and nobody can stop it.
No, we've had 4 possessions, and we've had 4 scores.
The difference in the game right now is the missed extra point. And both teams have looked good on offense.
They have. From what I've seen, I'm trying to keep stats and watching. I'm struggling, to be honest with you.
If you make it to halftime, I'll be impressed. It's not easy. Van Schoik's got it on the tee, ready to go. And we got 11:30 left here in the first half, and we've had 4 scores already here.
We've been kicking off short, usually right, and with who they've got deep, I don't think that's a bad strategy right now.
With Fulton back there.
Yeah, he's just not one that, you don't want to give him any more opportunities than you can.
And it is a punch kick. It's going to be taken at the 25-yard line, returned from there, steps by one tackler, and keeps on his feet out across the 40 and brought down at the 41-yard line.
Ferguson, the ball carrier, brought down the number 33, Kevin Odell.
Odell on the tackle for the Maroons, and Newton going to have it. We'll wait for the spot. Looks like they're going to give him the 41-yard line. Good return for them.
It doesn't look like the same young man that was in that spot that we've been kicking to before that.
They're platooning the quarterback. I think Wolf back at quarterback again. So Mulvey may have been shaken up a bit. He came in through the touchdown pass, but it's Wolf now at quarterback. Fulton on his shoulder. They're going to try the power sweep here on the right side. Straight arm and pushed back, breaks a tackle, and he's still on his feet. Now running for his life, and he's going to get a block. Green chasing him, fighting for the flag comes out. I think it got him by the face mask. Noblet may have grabbed the face mask, and he's slow getting up on the ground.
He must have run 80 yards and ended up going to have a penalty, but he ended up losing a yard, I think.
And he's hobbled going to the sideline. So penalty on the play. I don't know. Maybe it's going to go against Newton. They're talking and kind of looking, leaning that way. Yeah, we're backing up.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a horse collar tackle or a face mask.
It's 5. It's going to be the biggie. 10. It's the 15-yarder into Maroon territory. Boy, that kid ran a lot for. Got a penalty on the end. Where's the white hat? Going to give us a look? Didn't see it. It was a horse collar or a face mask. Both a 15-yard penalty. Irregardless, the running back, the kid that ran it, he's over on the bench, and they're looking at his ankle. 1st and 10 for Newton. 11:04 to play first half. Maroons up a point, 14-13. They keep it on the ground again. Another big hole and a good block. He's at the 35-30. Bounds his way out of bounds, and Murray plants him at the 22-yard line. That was Fulton. That kid's a freshman, Coach.
He's a freshman. He's a good player. Our kids are doing a good job of tackling him, though.
Down to the 22. That'll move the chains again. Plenty of time here in the first half. 10:51 to play. Newton on the march again. Wolf, the quarterback, has it and keeps it himself. Dives in the line and across the 20 into the red zone down near the 18-yard line. So you think they got one?
Murray again. He's getting in there on a lot of tackles.
That's a nice job. You think they got one running quarterback, one passing quarterback? Because here comes the passer. Mulvey back in the game.
And he didn't appear to be injured when he came in.
No, he ran right in. Wolf, a junior. Mulvey is sophomore. Mulvey now the quarterback with the junior Wolf behind him. And they give it to the junior Wolf. And he's got good yardage up front across the 15 down near the 14-yard line. And he'll be short of the first down by about a yard. Be 3rd and 1. No one has been stopped here tonight.
No, they haven't. It's kind of like my golf game. You have 2 good shots, and then you got 1 bad one. That's kind of the way the defenses have been. They look good for a couple of downs, and then they give up 1.
So what's your call here? 3rd and 1.
Oh, they got to run it.
Yeah, I think so too. And you got to give it to 24, don't you? Especially if Mulvey's the quarterback. Well, they move.
Well, if he goes in motion, he may get it. Otherwise,
that timeout coming. Coach not happy. Fulton, the head coach, barking at his team. Timeout on the field. We'll take a pause as well. 14-13 Maroons. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Well, the Newton head coach, Fulton, he saw something he didn't like. He didn't have much of a running game in the backfield on that play.
No, they tried to change. It was like they didn't know for sure who they wanted to put in the backfield. They shuffled around, moved a couple of places, and I don't know whether it was the clock was running down or he was just wanting to get them straightened out.
Well, he switched quarterbacks again as Mulvey has gone to the sideline, which means Wolf will be the quarterback, and he's shown a ability to run the football. They need a yard. Maroons defense, front 4, are going to have to make a stop here, probably twice.
Yeah,
you're not going to probably kick a field goal this early.
It's pretty much like the Wildcat offenses where they take the quarterback out and they have just running backs back there.
Direct snap to Mulvey. Nope. It's going to be Wolf, the quarterback. Yeah, he's going to get the football. Oh, there's the back. Now he's in trouble. Now he's in trouble. Busted play.
Oh, wow. Big play for the Maroons. Big play.
The first big play on the defense for either team. A big stop as a bad snap has moved the ball all the way back to the 26-yard line. Now, do they try a long field goal from here?
Well, he's got enough leg for it.
They're talking it over on the sideline, trying to get the play in. A lot of time. And here comes the thrower. Yeah, Mulvey in. Well, it was 3rd and 1, and they lose a ton on that play. They lose 13 yards.
13 yards, yeah.
Mulvey, the quarterback, they spread it out. Now the Maroons got to get some pressure on him. He's got it. Steps back, throws to the corner. It's out there, and incomplete, really no flags.
There's really good coverage out there by Noblet. He's trying to get him to call offensive pass interference, but he got his head around, had a good chance at an interception.
So we're going to turn it over on downs to get the football. A bad snap for Newton has given the Maroons life here to stretch this lead. Up 1, 14-13. 8:27 to play in the first half.
Once again, you may place your bids at the north end of the football field. Winners will bring up the press box.
1st and 10, they spotted on the 26-yard line. And the Maroon offense out. No one has been able to stop them tonight. Newton had no answer for the Robinson offense so far. It's about our 3rd possession. We scored twice. And
that was the first possession of the evening that didn't end in points.
Yeah. And a bad snap killed him. Johnson ready to go, alone in the backfield. Low snap, has it, rolls out to his right, looking downfield, and dumps it off in the flat, dropped by Noblet out about the 41-yard line. I think he looked away up the field to see where he was going to run with it, and he drops it. Tough break there, and it'll be 2nd and 10. He was wide open.
Wide open. You could see his head turn just a little as the ball was coming into his hand, so I think he just was trying to start running too soon.
2nd and 10.
Johnson showing a lot of poise there. I mean, he had a guy kind of chasing him, and he was just under control, looking the field, and found his man and put it right on the number.
From his left hash mark. Johnson checking his wristband, got the play. Once boy load up the short side of the field. Near side, loaded. 5 receivers there. Johnson keeps it himself. Breaks 1 tackle and falls forward at the 30-yard line. They'll bring up a 3rd down call. I'm going to give him his distance. He rolled over the defensive back, got the extra yard before he hit the ground. So it'll be 3rd and 5. And now Newton a chance to make a stop with 8 minutes to play in the first half. Maroons up a point, 14-13. Noblet, Murray, and Green jogging across as they go to the right side. Loading that side of the football field up. Supping out there as well. Now Noblet coming back to the left side alone. 3rd and a long 5. There's the snap, a low one. Johnson down to pick it up, flushed out of the pocket. Dumps it in the flat, short pass, and incomplete. Tried to get it, I think that is Murray. He tried to get it to Braden Murray, and now the Maroons forced to punt. So both defenses stand a little better.
That was one of those cases where it was a right-handed quarterback sprinting out to his left, and he had Murray wide open, and he found him, but he just didn't get his feet set and didn't get enough on the ball.
Supping on the punt for the Maroons. Now maybe we get him to jump here on the punt. We just need 5 yards. There's a snap, a good one. They put some pressure on the kicker. Short kick, skips, and going to be picked up by Fulton, and he's dropped. That's Elliott. Elliott there to make the stop. Grayson Elliott, nice open field stop on a big running back. They'll have it at the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles.
Has a good tackle. That young man's not very big right
Freshman.
now.
Yeah, he's not right now. He's got a big heart, though.
Sure does.
You had a few of the Elliott boys. They're going to show up.
His dad liked to run the ball more than he liked to tackle it, though. I hope he's listening.
He might be at work. He could be listening. Yeah. 1st and 10 for Newton. Eagles, let's see. I think we're back to Mulvey, the quarterback he is, and he pump fakes, looks downfield. He's in trouble, gets a block and still in trouble, throws it back and incomplete. Flag down as he got roughed up. Late hit, I think, on the quarterback.
Yeah, it was questionable, but
do we even protect him in the high school level? Here it is, personal foul, roughing the passer. So even at the high school level, they know that call.
Even if your name's not Mahomes.
Yeah, there you go. So penalty on the Maroons, and they'll move it. This will probably be a 10-yarder, isn't it? Is it 10 or 15?
15.
Oh, that's a nasty one.
15.
Yeah, well, you can't get that jersey dirty. That's the thing.
Well, that's a shame, too, because we had everything covered and made him stop and throw clear back across the field with nobody really close to the ball.
1st and 10 for Newton at the Maroon, just outside their 44-yard line. 7:14 left first half. Maroons up a point, 14-13. We'll get it to start the second half. Deferred to the second half. Fulton lining up in the slot on the left side. There's the snap. Dump pass on the left, makes the catch. Hit hard at the line and driven out of bounds. Another hard hit on the sideline. And that was Dunlap, but planted him over there. I don't think he got maybe a yard. He paid for it.
Wow, he got there from his defensive end spot. He really pursued well to get out there for that tackle. That motion back is going so deep that when he caught the ball, he was about 5 yards deep when he caught it. So it gives us some time to.
Dunlap, just a sophomore. There's some young players on both teams playing in this one tonight that have got some talent. Fulton kid, a freshman. Art Dunlap, he's a sophomore.
I think Murray's a sophomore, too.
Murray's a sophomore. Reese Johnson, the quarterback's a junior. Their quarterback's sophomore and a junior as they flip back and forth. A couple of teams are going to get better. Pass, nearly intercepted. Green had a good look at it. They went for a shot in the middle of the field, intended pass for Evan Zabalin. Incomplete, now 3rd and 9.
Maroons had pretty good coverage again.
Well, the game that went from all offense is now starting to look a little better on both the defensive sides. Mulvey stays the quarterback.
Looks like we're moving Dunlap around, too. He's playing inside this down.
Quarterback rolls to his right, steps, ball tipped, and that was tipped by Dunlap, breaks it up, and I think we're going to force a punt. Punt team on for Newton. We're going to get the ball back with 6:59 to play here in the first half, leading by a point, 14-13. Green dropping back, the lone man deep for the Maroons. 4th down, the ball on the Maroon 43-yard line. Good snap and has time to kick, and great kick. Green fair catches at the 12-yard line. And we said in pregame, a kid had a foot. 6:54 to play in the first half. Maroons up a point, 14-13, and the offense about ready to come back out. We'll have the Weber Insurance and Realty halftime coming up.
Once again, for the Cancer Society, you may place bids through the 3rd quarter. The silent auction table is at north end of the field. Please give generously. And coming through
and the offense jogging out.
50 tickets until the end of the 3rd quarter. One will be announced at the end of the 4th quarter. And they can pick up their winnings also at the silent auction table north end of the football field.
We're waiting for here he comes. We're a player short. Need one of our big linemen. He's making his way that. Mason hustling out there. Brinkman. And that's the guy you might need. I think he's the center of this play. Is he? Nope. Right beside him. Right tackle. Snap to Johnson. Keeps it himself. Caught in the backfield and dropped hard for no gain on the play. And lost a yard. 2nd down, 11. They were ready for that. Now, here comes Bonnell on the field with Green and Erickson as the Maroons make some wholesale changes. Second down, 11. The ball on the 11. Noblet split out wide left by himself, picked up by the defensive back, David Ferguson for Newton. I like the one-on-one matchup. He could go here.
This number 9 keeps.
Looks that way. Here it comes. Here's it out. It's downfield, and that one's short. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. A little underthrown as he went looking for Noblet.
And that was a long throw. He was on the right hash, and he was trying to throw it clear back here to the left boundary about 30 yards downfield. That was a long throw.
Maroons again bring Bonnell out of the game. Murray comes back in, and we're going to load up this left side. The ball on the right hash mark. A 3rd down call here. We need a 1st down to get a little better field position. We're on the 11, our own 11. Johnson alone in the backfield, 2 on the short side, 3 on the wide side. We're going to throw it, no doubt. Johnson has it, rolls to his left, and in trouble. Flag down, and he dumps it in the flat, and it's picked off at the 41, returned to the 35. He's at the 30. Spins around and pushed forward, brought down at the 22-yard line. Flag down where you might expect a hold. Watch the white hat here.
Intercept number 4, Drake Wolf.
2 flags on the field, though. This could go either way. This could go both ways.
Yep, there's one in the backfield and one over here on the line.
Yeah, this could be, we may get it down over here. What do you think? Do you feel lucky?
Well, I don't know. They
Well,
were having
we're
their discussion. And
We're staying on the field.
he's not talking to any coaches.
Holding.
Got a holding on us.
There's that one. Declined. They got the football. Newton gets it on the interception at the 5:46 mark. They take over. 1st and 10, and good field position for them. At the waiting for the spot. Looks like it's going to be about the 23-yard line. Yep, 23. 1st and 10 at the 23 of Robinson. Newton with the football on the turnover. So we went 4 possessions in a row with scores. And now we're working on number 4 without a score, aren't we?
Yeah,
something like that.
Something like that.
Eagles spread it out.
This is Newton's 5th possession. They scored on 2 of them.
Up the middle, breaks it inside the 15, breaks another tackle down close to the goal line, and he stopped short down to the 1. Wolf, the ball carrier, went up middle, misdirection, faked the handoff to Fulton.
Taken down by number 8, Tyler Erickson.
I don't recall where they started that. It was like
23.
wasn't it?
23. Yeah. So we got 22 on the play. They're down to the 1.
They've done a good job of using Fulton tonight, and I think it's starting to catch up a little bit because when he goes, we try to watch him, and they ran a counter back against that motion that time.
Quarterback keeper steps across the goal line. That's Wolf from 1 yard out. 5:12 to play in the first half. Wolf off right tackle with a touchdown, and they regain the lead at 19-14. And now we'll see if they'll go for 2 here. It's the dreaded 5 number. You go for 2 here, don't you, on 5?
Yeah, probably.
Well, Fulton going out of the game, so that might be an indication that they're not.
Well,
So-
they're huddling, so.
Yeah, they're going for 2. Got a big fullback behind Mulvey. Man in motion. They'll go for 2 on the play. There's the snap. Wants to throw, dumps it in the corner, and that's 2. Pass dropped it. Oh, it's good, they say. Yeah, that's a 2-point. I thought he waved it off. 21-14, Newton at the 2-point conversion is good on the pass. We'll be back with a kickoff in 30 seconds. The first turnover of the game results in points for Newton. And now the Maroons going to have to answer back here. 5:12 to play in the first half. I think you're right about that. We've been watching the Fulton kid a lot. And if you get to defensively start watching that.
Yeah, and they started out, they ran him both directions the first 2 plays of the game, and then they threw passes to him off the motion 2 or 3 times in the flat. And 2 of their biggest plays have been counter plays that came back off of his motion with a fake of that jet sweep. So,
Will ready to kick off for Newton. The Maroons standing on their 9-yard line. Both Green and Noblet back there. Elliott on the 20, along with Erickson. And they've punched kicked the last 2 times, not electing to go deep. I don't think the kid can reach the goal line. Look, Will's got that big a leg. Maroons down a touchdown, 21-14. Here's the run up from Will. Punch kick, hangs it towards Elliott, and he'll take it at the 20, out to the 25, and hit and dropped. And ran over more or less at the 25-yard line. And that's where the Maroons will take over. Let's make it the 26. First and 10 for the Maroon offense.
Popped right up.
Yeah, he did. He's tough. If Matt's listening, he gets that from his tough Uncle Mike.
Yeah.
Matt liked to hit people.
Matt would hit you.
1st and 10 for the Maroons on the right hash mark at the 26-yard line. Scoreboard's got it on the 25 or 21, but we'll have to correct him. Big run up the middle. Nice gain from Bonnell as he rolls forward, and he might have got 6 or 7 on the play. I think you're going to have to give him 7. He gets it to the 33-yard line. Second down, a long 3. 4:49 to play in the first half. Maroons down a touchdown on the Simcoe scoreboard. All set. Johnson hard count again. Has the football. Inside hand off the green. Looking for some running room. Stopped short of the first down mark. Stone with the tackle, and the ball spotted at the 36-yard line. Short of the first down by maybe a yard. Less than a yard. 3rd and short.
We've come out this series and had 3 guys in the backfield along with the quarterback, so we've kind of been in a more of a running set than our past sets we've been in.
Hard count again. They're going to keep it up the middle. We've got the first down. It's Bonnell. And Bonnell pops up. He's okay, and it'll be a first down for the Maroons at the 41-yard line on that right hash. We're keeping it on the ground. Clock moving, 3:50 to play in the first half. 21-14. Maroons trail by 7.
They got a hold of one leg on Bonnell there, or otherwise he was going to go a long ways because he was really open.
Yeah, the Maroons spread it out. 3 receivers on the right side. Bring just Noblet over here on this maybe, but Noblet on the left side. Johnson sprints out, keeps it himself. Going to try to get the edge. Has it, gets a block, and drug down from behind after a gain of about 8 on the play. They're going to give him the 50-yard line. He gets 9. Clock continues to move. 3:15 to play, and the ball at midfield. 2nd and 1. Maroons get it to start the second half. Boy, it'd be good to get a score here before halftime and then get the ball right back.
Hey, Johnson is he's one of those sneaky fast guys. He doesn't really look that fast, but he's outrunning them every time he gets outside. A lot of times it looks like they've got an angle on him, and he still gets around them.
2nd and 1. Maroons have all 3 timeouts.
They might be blitzing us.
Johnson looks like he wants to keep it on the ground to Bonnell. They hit him and they got the first down and going to be driven back.
39, Landon Bonnell.
They blow it dead and it gets the first down. Move the sticks.
87, Owen Jackman.
3 more yards.
And another Robinson.
And he gets it to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 in Newton territory. The Maroons keeping it on the ground, the clock moving with 2:22 to play here in the first half with the Weber Insurance and Realty halftime coming up. Johnson looks to his right, checks everybody, now good to go. Has it, fakes the handoff, wants to throw, set, looks long, now he's flushed out, and he's going to have to run with it, dumps it in the flat, and the pass made along his sideline. Steps through one tackle and knocked out of bounds hard inside the 30. Green slow getting up. Now he's up and he's okay. First down for the Maroons, down near the red zone. He's at the 27-yard line, 1:54 to play. We've got 3 timeouts. Green comes to the sideline, holding his left shoulder.
We need some noise. Everybody off your seat and on your feet.
Check that shoulder maybe. 1st and 10 for the Maroons. Trying to get it in the end zone before halftime. There's a snap. Handball to Bonnell. Hit at the line and drug back. And there's a flag.
49, Landon Bonnell.
Flag down today. Face mask on Newton.
Brought down by number 63, Cole Elmore.
Personal foul, and that's a face mask and a big mark off half the distance to the goal line. Yeah, mark it off, and that should be a first down for the Maroons. Down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. First and 10.
One more time. Let's get up, make some noise for these boys.
First and 10 from the 13-yard line on the right hash. Trailing by 7, trying to answer here. Johnson has it, looks to his left, still looking, now flushed out of the pocket again, dumps it to the end zone, got a receiver open. Touchdown, Noblet. 1:31 to play in the first half from 13 yards out. 13-yard touchdown pass, Johnson to Noblet. 1:31 to play in the half. And the Maroons within an extra point kick of tying it up. And the special teams unit on. Wampler to snap, Johnson the holder, and Van Schoik the kicker. And they're setting it up here. Van Schoik's had a nice run here. Chance to tie, ball down, snap, whistle out. That's going to be good, but the whistle beforehand. Kick's good, though. Offside on Newton. Now you make a decision. Do you want to go for 2 here? Or do you want to take the kick? What do you want to do?
I don't know. That's
Well, we're going to kick it. No change.
stay with it.
So the extra point kick coming again and move the ball up to the 1-yard line, 1.5 yard line. Johnson getting the play. No. Let's go, guys.
He was going to send Bonnell in. I don't know if they're surely not short a guy.
Chance to tie. There's a snap, low kick, and he gets it up, and he's warmed up. Nails it. Tied at 21. We'll be back with the kickoff in 30 seconds. Well, we started out all offense, we had some defense, and now we've had some offense again.
They've each had 5 series, and they scored on the first 2 each, and then had 2 in a row they didn't score on, and then they both scored on their last possession.
And really impressive drives from both teams.
Were. Each had a help from a penalty. Each team had one big penalty that helped them. And
all right, Newton about to get the ball back in a tie game. Robinson will get it to start the third quarter. Only 1:31 left here on the Simcoe scoreboard in the first half. Here's the run up from Van Schoik. Punch kick. Slow coming down the ground. It's on the ground, picked up and covered by Newton at the 38-yard line. They'll have the ball first and 10. Here comes the kicking tee. Now we'll see what the Eagles want to do with it. Maroons have all 3 timeouts. Newton with 2. Both these offenses have been explosive. And I guess this would be the kind of offense you'd see out of a team. One's 2 and 4, and the other one 1 and 5.
Not what you'd expect, is it?
Yes. And look at this formation as they bring Fulton wide right. There's a snap, ball out in the flat, and he dropped it. Low ball.
Yeah, they were trying to set up a wide screen out here for him. They had a couple of blockers in front of him.
Yeah, you might come back and run that again. That looked promising. A poor pass from Mulvey. But the other side of that coin is you want to be careful how much time you leave the Maroon offense.
Right.
If we can get on the field, get the ball again.
Well, not this last series, but the one before that, they had 4 passes and didn't get a first down.
Now they come out. Now they move Fulton to the left side. Man in motion. Mulvey splits into the flat. There's a reception to 45, 50, and out of bounds. And that's a first down. That'll move the chains with 1:24 to play in the first half. Newton not done offensively, and a nice throw from Mulvey to Wolf.
They've run 2 plays, and have only taken about 7 seconds off the clock.
And they moved it into Maroon territory to tie game at 21. Now they put Fulton on the left side. Loney got up. 3 receivers split wide to the left. Johnson, or Mulvey, the quarterback for Newton, has it. Quick out to the big boys. Got it, and he's got running room, and there he goes. Can he run? That's the big question. He's at the 25-20, sprints into the end zone, and they've got the lead. And that is a 49-yard pass. They were in our territory. 49-yard pass, 1:14 to play in the first half, and they regain the lead. And that was just all athletic skill once he made the catch. Freshman running away.
17-second drive.
Wow.
Three passes. That was the same screen they ran this way that they didn't complete. They ran the same thing the other way.
And the extra point kick, snap down, kick up, whistle, and the kick's good, but something happened inside. Offside on the Maroons now. You going to take the kick, or you have to do it again? Now you go down to the 1. Now what do you do? If you're Newton, you got to think about this, I suppose.
On the last one, I was coaching, we'd have went for 2.
Yeah.
When I got that close, if we were running the ball worth anything, I was wanting to go for 2 every time.
Well, you know Fulton, I don't think he's going to go for 2, is he? Well, they're going to kick it. Yeah, I think you're that close. You really got to think about
going. Was the penalty on us?
Yeah, they moved it close. They moved it to the 1.
Didn't he make it?
Yeah. Yeah, they must have blown it dead beforehand. Kick down, kick up, and that's good. So it's 28-21 Newton. Yeah, I thought you'd just take the kick and go on.
Take it and go on instead of kick it again. I don't understand that one.
I don't either. Kind of an odd deal. 1:14 to play in the first half. We'll keep it here, folks. Listening to Maroons football on WTYE-FM, WTYEFM.com on the internet. 28-21, Newton with the lead now as we seesaw back and forth. And we still got time to score. How long did that drive take? You said 7 seconds?
They got the ball with 1:31 to go and scored with 1:14.
Wow.
So,
yeah. You don't have very many drives like that when they actually ran plays.
Yep.
It wasn't like it was one and done to the end zone. Well, the Maroons maybe have time to answer here. Well, the Bonnells and Smiths are over on Craft Street having brats and so forth. If you're out driving around, pull in and have a hot dog with the folks there at the Smith house.
I tell you what, it's a lot easier texting you during the game than just keeping stats up here. I want to tell you. I'm getting grayer by the second.
I told you if you made it to halftime, you're pretty darn good.
Getting stressed out here trying to keep stuff
Most
straight.
people get to watching, and then you're in trouble.
I understand why I used to coach and not used to keep stats.
Sandford usually throws the pins down by now. So punch kick, and this one heading out of bounds at the 21. There'll be a flag, and Maroon's going to have great field position as Newton keeping it away from our deep guys. Yeah, so bring it out. We're going to get great field position. 1:14 to go in the first half, down a touchdown, but we've got the football. And neither defense has really been able to stop the other team. We had a little spot in there for a while that it was done, but they're back in the offensive groove now. Good halftime coming up. Weber Insurance and Realty. Recap the first half scoring, Nick. That might take half the halftime. 5 touchdowns so far in this game. 6, 7 touchdowns. All right, here we are. We spread it out, 2 on either side. And Newton not playing prevent defense. Johnson's going to get a chance to throw, drops back, has all kinds of time. Now he's in trouble and wrapped up and running for his life and planted after a loss back to the 27-yard line. Hit hard, and the Maroons are going to use a timeout. Robinson will stop the clock with 1:05 to play in the first half, and they'll use their first timeout. Big loss on the play. Well, you got 7-8 yard loss, so it'll be
back to they've got it marked back at the
27-yard line. Yeah, he had a lot of time early, and
I was like, he was there long enough that he should have probably got out of there and took off running. I think he could have ran, but he was trying to look at somebody down the field. I tell you what, for a young kid, a high school kid especially, to stand in there and keep your eyes down the field with people coming all around you, that's a tough thing to do.
I think he started the quarterback a year ago as a sophomore. He's got some games under his belt, but he's not a really big kid, so he's got to look over people too. But he's got that athletic skill and that mindset that I think he thinks he can do a lot. He's played well.
He's played really well. I've been really impressed with him over the last couple of years.
Yeah. Some kids play football and some kids are football players, and it's pretty obvious he's a football player.
Right.
Stays alone in the backfield. They load up the right side. Maroons look like they want to throw again. Newton coming after Johnson. Low snap and clock running, and there he airs it out in the middle of the field. There's the catch. Murray's got it, and he's got the first down. Dropped hard. Couldn't get out of bounds. The clock will run. He gets to the Maroon 45-yard line. I think Robinson's going to use another timeout.
Another Robinson.
Timeout on the field taken by the Maroons with 40 at the 45-yard line. 51 seconds left. Is he going to be short of the first down here? Yeah, they're looking at it. I don't know. He may be short an inch or two, maybe. I think they're going to bring it out here. They got time. Don't be surprised they don't measure this.
They put it down on the back side of the line, and it looks like the stick's on the other side.
Do you ever like that when they pick the ball up, run out, and set it before they can they're going to give us the first down. Yeah, once they pick that ball up and move, you don't know where it's going. First and 10 for the Maroons at their own 45. We got 51 seconds left in the first half. In a game that's seesawed back and forth, the Maroons had the lead at 14-13. Then we were tied at 21. Got behind, got tied up at 21. Now they've taken the lead again. The Maroons down to one timeout. It says 2 on the board. I thought we used one there. Snap. Johnson has it. Set. Wants to throw long. Airs it out, and that's going to be overthrown.
Nice pass. Looked like we had a double move up there. He made an out cut and then turned it up, and they weren't quite on the same page exactly about where to throw it.
Second and 10. Stops the clock with 47 seconds left. Here comes Johnson over. And he split Green wide to the right. Johnson looks at him. Has the football. Looks up middle. Now he looks at Green and he goes there again and he's got a chance. Hey, I think he caught it. I think he caught it. Holy cow. Reached around with one arm and pulled it in. With 40 seconds left, the Maroons in business. Inside the 20-yard line down near the 17.
45 would have been 50.
Oh, that was a great grab.
38-yard catch.
Make some noise.
Clock moving. 35 seconds to go. Johnson ready from the right hash mark. There's a snap again. Low goes down, picks it up, flushed out, looks to the end zone, and it's banged around. Had a shot at Noblet. Noblet had to bounce off his hand. Defensive back had better position. May have gotten a hand on the football. Stops the clock with 19 seconds left.
He was a combination trying to catch it and also trying to be a defender and not let the Newton kid catch it.
Flag down on the play and a holding penalty against the Maroons. backs us up near the 28-yard line. Didn't see that flag until he started walking it off. Second down. Oh, first down, I'm sorry. 1st and 20. Ball on the 28-yard line, we'll call it. 19 seconds left. There's the snap. Johnson again wants to throw. Has time again. Flushing now, dumps it in the flat, and it's nearly picked off. Tried to go to Green this time, but I think it was more of Mulvey that might have had a hand. Yeah, Mulvey might have had a hand.
Mulvey was in there. There was 3 guys really around it, though.
13 seconds left.
It was a tight fit, to say the least. Well, they're keeping their composure, and they keep moving the ball. They're plugging away.
Now it's second down and about 20 needed. The ball on the 28-yard line. The scoreboard says we have 2 timeouts left. I think we have just one.
I think we have just one. I think they took one over here earlier.
See what happens when you don't go over there and run that scoreboard. It gets confusing there. In the pistol, Johnson looking at his wristband. Green split wide to the left, and here comes Noblet over with him. We'll load up this side. Man in motion coming across is Murray. There's the snap. Johnson looks to that side, still looking, and he's going to get dumped. And we'll have to use that last timeout. There it is. Timeout on the field. And with 7 seconds left, the Maroons are going to have to go for the home run ball now. Maroons down 28-21 here as we approach halftime. 7 seconds left. Maroons, I think, have used their last timeout.
Had a defender coming off his right side, and we were definitely trying to go the ball down here on the left side down here.
We had both Green and Noblet over here on the left side.
And he was concentrating on the left side of the field, and the defender came from the right side, and he never saw him coming.
Blake Trivet coming over. So if you go to the back of the playbook now, and it's third down, but more importantly, there's just 7 seconds left here in the half, and now looks like Newton going to go to a prevent defense as they drop defensive backs 30 yards deep. Johnson going to have time to find a receiver, I would think.
Run the annexation of Puerto Rico here.
And they're looking, and they flush Johnson out of the pocket, and he's going to run for it. He's got some room, and knocked out of bounds as the horn sounds, and that'll be the end of the first half.
Nice run, Maurice Johnson.
Horn sounds, the Maroons are going to trail by a touchdown at halftime, but we're going to get the ball to start the second half, down 28-21. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with the Weber Insurance and Realty halftime after this.
See the yard line, and we started on there.
On the play, 28. Yeah, 28.
You see these young ladies coming through the crowd with pink T-shirts on. They are collecting money for the 50-50 raffle. Please give generously for the Cancer Society. The field, the Robinson High School marching Maroons under the direction of Miss Jenna Decker, assisted by Chris Jensen. Color guard is coached by Paige Dill, and the band is led by drum majors Matt Carlin and Tyler Midget. The program is entitled My Immortal Beloved. Drum majors, is your band ready?
Yeah, welcome back to Crosby Field. Let's update the scoring here. 28-21, Newton leading the Maroons here at halftime. Albany and Paris tied at 20 at halftime. Casey Mount Carmel play tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. And Albany Paris scores, Coach. It's a little bit of a shocker at 20 all there at halftime.
Had somebody text me that 2020.
Got a tennis result here. The RHS girls tennis team participated today in a Little Illini Conference tournament. I think that was at Casey. As a team, we placed third. Annie List finished second in singles. Lauren Stoller took third to lead the Lady Maroons. And they'll play next Friday and Saturday at the Sectionals in Charleston. So congratulations to them for qualifying to sectional play. Here's the score. The Maroons down 28-21. Coach is going to recap the first half scoring. This might take a little while, folks.
Yeah, this is I never thought I would have to say this, but I really appreciate Mike Upmore when he kept the stats for me, and he's already been texting me, letting me know that. What I've got here, very unofficial for Robinson. We've got him for rushing 19 for 130 yards. We've got Johnson with 45 yards rushing, Bonnell with 30 yards rushing. Noblet had 7 yards rushing, and Green had 53 yards rushing. I've got Reese passing at 8 out of 14 for 187 yards. That's a good half for anybody on that. We've got Noblet with 3 catches for 78 yards. Green's got 4 catches for 91 yards, and Murray's got 1 catch for 18 yards. We had 6 possessions. We scored on 3 of them. Got us our 21 points. Our first score, 63-yard pass from Johnson to Noblet. Second score, that was with 7:13 to go in the first quarter, 11:30 to go in the second quarter. We had a 2-yard run by Bonnell for our second score, and our last one was a 13-yard pass, Johnson to Noblet, and that's where we got our 21 points.
28-21 Newton, as we've gone up and down the field here at Crosby Field tonight. A very entertaining football game. As both teams in the locker room talking it over, the Maroons will have the ball when we come out here for the second half. You're listening to the Weber Insurance and Realty Halftime. We're going to be back with our interview brought to you by Casey State Bank. We're going to do that here in 60 seconds.
Who are you interviewing?
You.
Okay.
Well, we'll have some fun now. Wow. It must be really good. Mohammed Seymour beating Effingham. Terry just showed me that score 42-0 and at halftime. Here it's 28-21. Newton Robinson will get the ball to start the second half. The other score we had was Paris and Olney tied at 20 at halftime. A bit of a surprise. We'll play Paris next Friday night up at the Paris High School and then finish with Olney here in 2 weeks. I want to visit with Coach Terry Roach, brought to you by Casey State Bank. And appreciate, first of all, you being here this evening. And first thing I want to ask you about, for those of you who haven't seen us play in person, our offense operates with a wristband, no huddle. And back in the day, and you coached 21 years here, I know you wiggled the play in from the sideline, had some signals more or less. How do you feel about the wristband thing?
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know for sure how they do it. I've seen several different ways people used to use wristbands, whether it was the actual play or whether, receivers just telling them what they're doing and linemen telling them how they're blocking. I'm not sure how they're doing it, but I don't know. I was really partial to our kids. We signaled it in, and then we had calls. So basically, the quarterback was still calling it. He was calling it at the line of scrimmage, but it wasn't calling it by the play name. We had other codes and used states and colleges and nicknames and stuff like that. But,
you coached 21 years, got to the playoffs 10 times, got a second in the state, up in Illinois State on a really cold night. I remember being up there with Jerry, and it was a cold, windy, kind of a nasty football night. I played a really good football team that night. And it was back and forth kind of like this, just a lot of offense in that game.
Yeah, it was a great experience. I think Newton did that a couple of years after. A few years after they had to play the same team, but it was
Addison Driscoll, wasn't it?
Addison Driscoll, yeah. And it no longer exists, which I couldn't believe they let happen. But it was a great experience. I mean, they were a really good football team. We got, anytime you have a season like that, you got a few breaks. We had a couple of games where our kids just gutted it out and hung in there, and we got a break or two here and there, and it was a lot of fun. I'll tell you what, still watch films. I know a lot of the kids still watch the old films, and it was a good time.
Well, you looked at the early 90s, went on that run where you went about 6 years in a row and made the playoffs. In that stretch, a great group of athletes in the high school at that time period. I know from baseball, they went from football. A lot of them played baseball, so we saw the same kids. But it just seemed like there was an attitude about those kids in that group and that year through there that they wanted to win.
Yeah, we had a group of kids, and it's like you said, most of them played multiple sports, and they wanted to be good and they wanted to win, and I know it's a lot harder to stay on top than it is to get there. Those kids really worked hard to get there, and they had their mindsets of what they wanted to do and what they wanted to accomplish, and they got it done.
You played in the Apollo Conference, and that when we're looking at those scores tonight, Muhammad, Mount Zion, and Effingham, and Charleston, and that prepared you. If you could get to the playoffs playing that kind of competition, you knew you were going to make a run because it just made you better. I felt the same way in the spring, but that was the thing, the competition level, and your kids never backed off. And you get that target on your back at that level. You're in 3A and played a couple of years in 4A.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I spent almost every month at the IHSA there for a while. At every meeting they had, because I just didn't feel like it was set up fair. We would have to play by the average of your opponent's size, and we're in the Apollo Conference, so we would have to play, if we got in the playoffs at one time, we were having to play schools that were much larger than us because they told you had to play according to the average size of your opponent. Well, then they finally changed that, but you had to make sure you were 7-2, and playing in that competition, we could have a really good club some years, but might be 6-3.
Yeah, remember those days.
And not even get in the playoffs when, if we would have got in at the level that we should have been playing at, which would have been playing at, we could have done some damage.
Went through a run of really good quarterbacks too. I think that was the other thing that I remember. You had some years you had kids that you ran the ball a lot according to what your talent was, and then some years you had guys that could pitch it around a little bit. But the quarterbacks you went through, you had some great ones.
Well, a little hard-headed sometimes, but we figured out pretty early on that at the quarterback position and the things we were trying to do, it wasn't so much you had to have the best athlete, but you had to have a kid that would make good decisions. As our whole offense was based around deciding where's the ball got to be. And once we kind of got that going, they always weren't the best athletes, but boy, they had to be able to make the decisions and kind of read on the run a little bit.
The nucleus of your coaching staff stayed together for a long time too, and Dave Riker and Don Taylor, they were kind of like the three of you.
Right.
But you had that nucleus of guys. Right.
We had a great staff, and I honestly think for most of the time I coached, we had, between the volunteers and the guys on staff, we probably had 10 to 12 guys coaching football for us. And we had a lot of kids out. We, would have a full freshman schedule and played freshman Thursday nights and fresh soft Monday nights and varsity on, and we'd go to all the games, and just a good bunch of guys, that all really cared about the program and worked hard, spent a lot of time in the summer weight room and places.
You win 100 and some games. That any of them really jump at you? I know we talked about Addison Driscoll in that state final game, but I can remember the road trip down to play DuQuoin down there.
Well, that was a heartbreaker because that was the next year, and to be honest with you, we knew whoever won the game between us and DuQuoin was going to win the state. And we did a lot of shifts and a lot of motion and a lot of stuff that a lot of people weren't doing at the time, and we had a set of referees in DuQuoin that day that didn't quite understand what we were doing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And, of course, we get a letter in January saying, yeah, they kind of messed up and they shouldn't have made some of the calls they made and that kind of thing.
That's not what you want to get in the mail. That's not a real good Christmas present. I remember that. I remember that field that we played on. Of course, they played on it too, but it was just about like playing in a sand lot, if I remember right.
In fact, they put wood chips on it to try to help dry it up to get the moisture out of it, which I'd never heard of that before.
No,
sawdust or something maybe, but not wood chips.
Yeah. But looking back, any other games really jump at you? That was one that I recall going down there. And
one that I always just seems to marvel at is we played Normal U-High here, and it had snowed a little bit that morning, and there was snow covering the field, and they were a really good team. I think they might have been undefeated. I don't remember, but they had some really quality kids, and we played them. We had to scoop off the yard lines to start the game.
Tony Cork and I did.
Yep. And it finally melted, but I remember they ran an option play, the first play of the game, and Justin Stone came up and stuck the kid for about a 5-yard loss, and the game was over. They never did anything the rest of the day, and our offense really was good. I think we had them at like 30-0 at halftime, and that just shocked me. I just was totally blown away. I did not ever see that coming.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Tony and I had snow shovels or brooms or something, and we did that. Well, you were in the locker room somewhere and did it again at halftime, I think. I think we did it twice. But
I think I was in the press box watching you do it.
Probably. You liked it upstairs. That's okay. Not a problem. Both teams out on the field. We're about 3 minutes away from kickoff as the Maroons down 28-21. Hope you've enjoyed halftime tonight. Brought to you by Weber Insurance and Realty, and the interview with Terry brought to you by Casey State Bank. We will take a 2-minute break, be back ready to go with the second half after this.
In donations and a 50-50 raffles at their home events to donate toward the American Cancer Society's Crucial Catch Initiative to intercept cancer. If you're not yet purchased a 50-50 ticket here, or place a bid in our silent auction, please consider donating to help bring awareness to cancer.
Okay, Coach, you got about 60 seconds. So what adjustments are you going to make at halftime if you're the Maroons?
Well, I think we got to make sure and try to shore up so you don't give up big plays. We've got to make sure we watch that counter play off of motion with Fulton going away from the play, and just keep doing what we're doing.
Do you expect Newton to change the defense to protect that deep ball, or do you think they're going to?
I don't think so. I don't think they changed that much. And maybe other than the coverage being a little softer or tighter, depending on something like that. But
Hell, the Maroons get it the second half. Did you script the plays coming out of halftime, or you did start the game? Did you script your first few plays, or?
Used to try to the first series script a few plays, but that always went by. As soon as you lose 5 yards on one play, well, then the next play in the line doesn't work.
Yeah.
We need to give a shout out to our junior football program because they both won their championship games this last week, and both champions of the 5th and 6th grade as well as the 7th and 8th grade, and that's a big accomplishment. And I got to see them play, and they really looked good.
They were undefeated, both teams.
Both teams undefeated, and they really looked like they knew what they were doing. They were units. They played hard, and they really looked good. Some
bright future coming.
There is.
Hopefully, yeah. Good kids and good coaches there that volunteer a lot of time to make that happen. And I know Matt Elliott and Mike are big in that. I think we've got some other people. I don't want to start naming names. I'll forget some, but good program. Okay, ball on the tee, and the Maroons about to get it back. Down 28-21 here at Crosby Field tonight. Maroons 2-4, and still a legit shot at a playoff spot if they got to run the table, though. So you got to have this one tonight for sure. You start right here, and then Newton done at 1-5, so they're just playing for pride. And right now they've got the touchdown lead at 28-21. Eagles ready to kick it away, and they've shown that they don't want to kick deep. They've tried to keep it away from our return men, and this one going deep. They take a shot, and Green will take it on the 11-yard line. And Blake out across the 20, scrambling, trying to get the edge, trying to get to the corner, and he's got the edge. He's at the 30 and flung out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big return there. He was trapped deep for a minute. And the Maroons will have decent field position on their 35-yard line. Offense out on the field. That means quarterback Reese Johnson had a big first half. At the quarterback spot, there's Blake Green and A.J. Noblet. Moving over to the left side along with Erickson. 3 receivers split wide left. Johnson's got a running back on his left shoulder, probably Bonnell. He's going to get the football. Explodes up the middle. Good return, or good run here.
Run. He's still going.
And shoved back after a big run.
5 yards.
They may give him 6. Let's see if they give him the 6. They almost give him 7, Coach.
Yep.
7-yard run for Bonnell. 2nd down and 3, and that was all second effort from Bonnell. Give Ernest the tackle for Newton, but Bonnell, solid effort there. He stays in the backfield with Johnson. Maroons bring trips here to the right side. 2nd down. Matchup looks good. They keep it on the ground. Nope, Johnson's flushed out of the pocket. Flag comes out, and it's picked off again. And stepping out of bounds. Flag down where you'd expect a hold in the backfield. Both flags down. Yeah. It's going to be a hold, and they're going to put the ball right. Holding on the Maroons, and that'll give it to Newton on the 45-yard line of Newton. So a turnover through the air. Penalty's a problem there, though. Tried to get the ball to Blake Green along the sideline, just underthrown, and they made a nice play on it. So with the 7-point lead, Newton now with the football as we get started here in the third quarter. 11:02 to play. Simcoe scoreboard, quarter number 3. Mulvey the quarterback, and they split it out a little bit. Fulton in motion, giving the football, fake the handoff, and they try run up the right side. There's Dunlap, just eats him up.
Ran him down from behind.
Cruz Dunlap chased him down. There's nobody going to block on him. And he ate him up. No gain on the play. Second down and 10. Kid's a sophomore,
He
coach.
had him caught before he got to the edge.
The kid could play for a lot of teams.
Yeah, he could.
It's just,
Yes, he could.
he is a load. Talk about a kid that he's a football player. Like I say, some kids play football. And then you got some football players, and that's one right there. Remember that name. Going to hear him for a couple more years. Going to throw it. Bump fake. Dumps it off in the flat. There's a reception and breaks a tackle. He's at the 45. Hit hard and driven out of bounds. Tough pass. He made the catch. Only a 2-yard gain, though, and it'll be 3rd down and 8. Landon Bonnell closing on him. Knocked him out of bounds. 3rd and 8.
Those plays look like there's something, but then when you realize he threw the ball at 5 yards deep,
Yeah.
kid had to run 7 yards to get 2.
And the kid that hasn't touched the ball yet this half, Fulton.
Yep.
See if he doesn't see where he goes. And the line up here at the left slot.
Nobody in the backfield.
Puts him in motion. They're going to dump the ball to him. And he's covered. Pump fake.
Oh, Cruz jumped
Got to
up.
get rid of it. Throws it back into it. It's picked off, and that's Bonnell. And the Maroons have it at the 40-yard line of Newton. Bonnell picking it off, and now the Maroons in business. 9:20 to play, 3rd quarter, down a touchdown. Threw that one in the crowd. We had him flushed out on the run, and he put it up for grabs. Bonnell there to pick it off and return it about 7 yards for the Maroons to the 40 of Newton, and we're in business here. Back-to-back turnovers for both teams. Johnson has it. Inside handoff to Bonnell, and they grab him behind the ankle and got about a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9. They spot it on the 39-yard line. Maroons down a touchdown, 28-21 on the Cinco scoreboard. Lucas Lamb comes to the sideline. Maroons change the personnel and look like they bring in an extra receiver. Erickson split wide to the left here. Green on the right side. Newton electing to go man-to-man on the defense. In motion. Nearly jumped off. There it is. Movement. Somebody moved.
We had movement while we were in motion.
Yep. 5-yard walk-off against the Maroons. We'll move it back behind the sticks now, and it'll be 2nd down and about 14.
Minus 45.
Yeah, 2nd down, 14 for the Maroons. Clock moving, 8.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. Down a touchdown, 28-21. Both teams have had a turnover here in the 2nd half. Maroons got the last one on a pick by Landon Bonnell. Johnson has it. Sprints out to his right. Flushed around his man. Got some open territory. Running for his life and out of bounds. And that will be a 1st down inside the 30. Gets it down to the 28, and that'll move the sticks. 1st and 10 for the Maroons.
Another Robinson.
Line crew getting the sticks moved across the way. Maroons in 4-down territory trying to tie this up. Cruz Dunlap has come to the sideline holding his hand here on the bench.
Johnson's got some speed when he gets outside.
Give it to Bonnell, and he's got some running room. Yep. Across the 25 down near the 23-yard line. Looking at Cruz Dunlap's left hand here down in front of us. Athletic trainer Scott Rawlings. Did a couple tests on him. I think he probably got his hand stepped on. Looks like he's going to be fine. We'll tape that up. Maroons trying to tie this up.
Got a good series going here.
Got it down to the 23-yard line where it is 2nd down and a short 5. from the right hash mark. Noblet split wide left. Now they look back to the right, throws a hard pass. Caught by Erickson at the 20. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and a long 2.
Ball complete, Tyler Erickson.
Murray into the game with Sefton as Bonnell comes to the sideline. And catch the other one. Okay.
5 receivers over here again.
Loaded up, aren't they?
One of them is not eligible. It's got to be number 8.
He's on the line, isn't he?
He's on the line inside our wideout.
Johnson checks his wristband. He's ready to go. Has it. Keeps it right up the gut. Wrapped up, hit, and pushed back. And might have the first down. We'll have to wait for the spot. They're giving him right now, the referee on the 18, and I think that's going to be maybe good. Nope, going to say 4th down. He's short. Clock moving, about 6 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Maroons in the red zone now, but a tough 4th down yard needed here. Bring Bonnell in and get the yard. Timeout on the field. What we got? Nope, got a player down. Newton with the 1 down on the yard, looking at his ankle. Pause in the action while they sort that out. We'll take a 30-second break. Be right back. Maroons down a touchdown. Well, they're helping him off the field. He's got an ankle problem, and that's Landon McClure. I'm going to walk it off, though. I think he's got a little stinger. Walking better. The more further they walk, the better they walk. All right, Maroons looking at a 4th and 1 to keep this drive alive down on the 18-yard line. And Bonnell, is he back in the game? I'm looking for him. That's who I'd give the ball to, but I think he's over here on the sideline. Man, we need another player. Let's get another lineman out there. Yep, Bonnell's out there right in the middle. That's who I give it to him.
Like we're in the wishbone.
Maybe we hard count him and pick up the easy one. Johnson under center. Fumbles it. It's on the ground. Scrambled for it, and looks like Newton got it. Mishandled the snap. Sorting it out. Let's see.
Got it back. It depends on whether he fumbled.
Oh, he could have got it. First down. He covered. We covered it. Holy cow! Great break there.
63 come up with that?
He might have. Is he the happiest guy on the sideline? That's what you look for. Moving the chains. 1st and 10.
Another Robinson.
Noah Schick.
Big play, and the Maroons keep the drive alive. A bad snap. We covered it. Somehow got the extra yard. 1st and 10. We're in the red zone at the 17, or the 18-yard line. That's where we were before. Snap. Bonnell up the gut.
He's running hard.
Man, he is, isn't he? Down near the 10.
49, Atlanta Bonnell, the ball carrier, brought down by number 34, Cole Phillips.
The 11.
Give him the 11. So we got 7 on the play. Clock moving, 5:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. Maroons down a touchdown, 28-21. That was the halftime score.
He's got it down here he could maybe play with, depends on what he's.
Green split wide left. Would he put it in the air here?
Well, I wouldn't, but I'm from a different era.
Running game looks pretty good right now.
It does.
Johnson puts Noblet in motion, fakes the hand, gives it to him. He's got an opening, got the first down near the goal line, stopped at the 2. Noblet gets it to the 2, and it's 1st and goal. Maroons trying to tie it up here in late in the 3rd quarter now. 4:40 to go.
That was a good run. I think we ran that the first play of the game and haven't run it since, and that was a good time to come back with it. They weren't expecting them to go around the edge on that.
Waiting for the play, get everybody lined up where they want him. Johnson looks at his arm pad. He's good to go. 2 yards out for the tying score, and the extra point's good. Snap. Keeps it himself. That's Bonnell. Nobody's going to stop him.
Nobody's going to stop that.
Bonnell from 2 yards out. 4:10 to play in the third quarter, and we're an extra point away at tying it up. Extra point attempt coming up. Wamper the snap, and Johnson the hold, and Manshoik, the kicker. Snap, down, kick up, and pop this one. This one's wiggling. No good. So the Maroons are down the point, 28-27. We'll be back with a kickoff in 30 seconds. Well, both kickers have missed an extra point. 28-27, Newton with a 1-point lead now, as they had to come back with a 2-point conversion earlier, and Robinson has just now missed an extra point. Newton missed one in the first half. But what impressed you there on that drive was with the running from Bonnell.
Bonnell was really running hard. It was like he couldn't get the ball fast enough, and he was going.
Yeah.
And taking people with him as he went.
Yeah, his first 5 yards, man, he was in the backfield right now.
Yes.
So Newton about to get the ball back. Van Schoik ready to kick away. And last time he kicked it fairly short. Kicking game's become all important. And he pops it up. This one's going to be taken at the 24-yard line. Return from there. He's out to the 30, spins around, and shoved out of bounds near the 40-yard line. And that's where the Eagles will take over with that 1-point lead. We got 4:05 to play here in the third quarter. And Newton brings Mulvey back at quarterback. It's rotated between he and Wolf.
We need to get a good stop here. Good time to get a stop and get the ball right back.
Both teams have had a turnover this quarter. And Maroons have the lone touchdown so far here in the second half.
This is formation. They like to throw that screen pass, and there it is.
The big boys got it. Fulton dives for about 5. 35-20, Alney leads Paris with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Their halftime must have been spirited.
Yeah, I bet.
2nd and 5. They got 5 on the play. Mulvey to Fulton. From the 45-yard line of Newton. Quarterback ready. Has it. Gives it to the big boy again. Tries to get the edge. Has the first down. Spins around in Maroon territory down to the 46-yard line. Fulton the ball carrier and carries down to the 46-yard line.
By number 2, Braylon Murray.
Murray, the big sophomore, or little sophomore, really big. Chad's boy, but he's in there.
He's a good player.
Between
I've
him
been
and
really impressed with him. He's not afraid to stick his nose in there, and he knows what he's doing. And
swinging around, Murray moves over here to the right side to keep it on ground to Fulton again. Here he comes. He got his jersey, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, spins forward, and finally brought down at the 40-yard line. All effort there. Got 6 on the play. And the freshman from Newton, that kid just a freshman.
That was good effort by Cruz, because Cruz had his shirt tail from the back and it caught him coming from the backside. He just wiggled loose from him. And
well, he got 6 on the play.
He did.
Where do you think they feed him over at Newton?
I don't know.
He lines up split wide right. Keep the ball on the ground. They go to another fullback, and they try to get that corner again. Spinning move, going to be short of the first down and push back. Wolf, the ball carrier, got about 3 more. It'll be 3rd down and 1 from the 38-yard line. Make it 37. He's got to get to the 36. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Maroons down a point, 28-27 on the Cinco scoreboard, and a great high school football game here tonight. 3rd and 1 from the right hash mark. Quarterback, Mulvey. Maroons nearly jump. Keep it on the ground again. Fullbacks got the yardage. First down yardage and falls across the 30 down near the 28-yard line.
Number 4, Drake Wolf, the ball carrier.
There's a flag coming out.
Coming in late.
Somebody got thrown on the ground. Wait and unsort this here. Now they're saying it's against. Nope, we got a player coming out. Unsportsmanlike against Robinson. So
we didn't need that.
No. So that'll be a mark off against the Maroons after the play was dead. And that's going to move it down inside the 15-yard line. Put it on near the 14, 1st and 10 from there, and we've got a 1:37 to play here in the third quarter. You got to be a little concerned. Just down 1, but you'd hate to give up another score here to Newton. Need a turnover. Going to keep it on the ground. There's the pitch. It looks for the cut on the right or left side. Another flag comes out, and that could be a hold on Newton. That could be a holding penalty here. This could be big. There it is, holding on the Eagles.
Yep.
So I had number 3 over here in the wide open.
It was 3 on 3. I mean, Johnson was the one coming up, and
it was Dexter Fulton. That could be a coach's kid too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Markoff, I'm going to bring it all the way back here to the 24-yard line. 1st and 20 now for Newton. They're going to have to spring one.
Need to stop.
Marshall leading Lawrenceville in the fourth quarter, 32-10. And the Eagles looking at a long play here. Mulvey rolling out, looking, steps through one guy, in trouble, spins, throws it in the end zone, picked off. No, it's not. It was caught by Newton, Coach. Fulton grabbed
Incomplete.
it. I think he
They're calling
dropped
out
it.
of bounds.
Oh, wow. I thought it was intercepted when it went to the corner.
And then I saw a white jersey go to the ground, and then official came in and waved it off.
2nd down. That was going to be down with inside the 15 again. Thought we had the interception.
I thought we had her picked, too. They threw it into traffic. That was close.
2nd down and 20. Field goal kicker loosening up over there.
Right on the sideline. He's about on the field.
He said, man, I'd like to get a shot at that.
He's pretty close to the down box over there.
2nd down and 20 from the 24-yard line. Newton looking at the play clock, got about 9 seconds to get the play off. They spread it out, 3 receivers on the right side. There's a snap, and they can't get it off. I think Newton going to use the timeout. Newton timeout with a 1-point lead, 28-27. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Well, Newton wants to talk it over. They use a timeout with 49 seconds left here in the third quarter with a 1-point lead. And they are at the Maroon 24-yard line. Yeah, 2016. Yeah, Charleston, Mount Zion. Yeah, they bombed them, didn't they? 35-20. Olney up over Paris, 35-20. Mount Zion having trouble with Charleston, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Back to throw. Pump fake. Scrambling now. They got Mulvey on the run. He's in big trouble. Throws it away.
There's nobody there.
Yeah, he's got the lineman.
That might be number 4's over there fairly close.
Yeah. 3rd down and 20. The Maroon defense really putting the heat on the quarterback.
We almost had guys running at him before he was running backwards. It's a big down here.
Yeah, you got to wonder if they don't go to the screenplay. Keep an eye on where Fulton is. Fulton going to come over here in the left slot.
Run a motion sweep with him right away.
Probably need a few yards here to feel comfortable about a field goal. Drops back to throw, dumps it in the flat. Catch incomplete. Went to Fulton down around the 13-yard line, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Number 24, Quincy Fulton, pass incomplete.
Field goal kicker holding the thing and not yet coming. The quarterback over to talk.
That one fooled me a little bit because he was running to the flat and then he's going to turn it up, and usually that ball is thrown over his outside shoulder, and they threw that ball back to the inside. He almost got his hands on it.
Figuring a field goal not going to do you any good. He doesn't want to play for that. The quarterback's going to come out, and they're going to go for it on 4th down, spreading the field. Fulton goes in motion. There's a snap. Pump fake, looks at him, and Cruz is on the run. Pass caught in the middle, and the defense sacks them. They went to the screen. And the Maroons are going to take over on downs, keeping them out of the end zone and a chance to get the lead now with the football. 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And now it's Dunlap limping off the field. Big sophomore trying to get to the sideline.
Ball's at the 26. I was thinking it was at the 24 all these times.
Yeah, it's a 26. I thought it was on the 24.
That's what I've got written down. It was on the 24.
30 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. They just feed Bonnell the football. Maroons down a point, 28-27. Johnson has it, gives it to Bonnell, tries to get the edge, slips in, falls, and a flag comes down. And a holding penalty against the Maroons will back us up 10. Now Bonnell cramping up. We're going to pause in the action. Well, we'll keep it right here as we got 26 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Maroons are going to be backed up here after the holding penalty. Got both legs in the air. And you hate to see that because we got another quarter to play. And, once the cramp thing starts, it can be a problem.
Yep. Get him some pickle juice.
That'll make you not want to have cramps. Get to drink that would not be pleasant. Okay, Bonnell up and walking it off.
He's tough. He'll be back in there in another play or two.
Yeah.
He's a tough kid. Plays hard.
Yeah, it's 1st and 20 as they back it up. They haven't moved a down marker yet.
We did not need that, to be honest.
Yeah, they haven't moved a down marker. There he goes. 1st and 20. Back up to the 17-yard line. Man in motion for the Maroons. High snap. Give it to him. Fumble the football. I think we got on it. Newton got excited, but nope. We have the football. That's probably going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter, though. The clock's going to wind down. And we're at the end of 3. The Maroons down a point, but right in this one, 28-27. Newton will be back in 30 seconds. Time for the third quarter update, brought to you by Nick Mimosa, Country Financial Rep here in Crawford County. What do you think? 1 quarter to go.
Yep, 1 quarter to go, and we just need to keep doing what we're doing. That penalty kind of took us out of the series, but
Second down and 20.
get you out of your rhythm when you're thinking about play calling and stuff. All of a sudden, when you go from 1st and 10, maybe 2nd and 6 or something, now all of a sudden you're 1st and 20. That changes the whole look on things.
Nice cool evening to play. That's conditioning.
It's great football weather.
Yeah, it really is.
Absolutely great. It's almost like Arizona. We've been getting down in the 40s and getting up to the 80s in the day.
Third quarter update brought to you by Nick Mimosa, Country Financial Rep in Crawford County. Mimosa, a Newton name. All right, here we go. Second down and 20. The ball on the 16-yard line of Robinson. Maroons with it. And we're in the fourth quarter. And they're jumping offside. We may get 5 here.
All kinds of movement.
Could get 5. Well, looking at the judge here, what do we got?
I don't know. They both threw it, and I don't know which one he's listening to.
They're pointing. Illegal on Maroons.
Oh,
my. 15. That's back up 5 more. Now it's second down at 25.
I almost think one linesman was calling it one way and the other linesman was calling it the other way, and the referee didn't know what to do, and he went from one side to the other.
Offsetting would have been helpful. All right, now second and 25. The ball back to the 11-yard line, and we're going to have to break one here. Bonnell still on the sideline. Johnson looking at his wristband. Reese has the play. The junior quarterback's had a big night. Has it. Steps back, wants to throw. Looks downfield. Airs it out. It's way out there. Incomplete. Ball hit on the 48-yard line. He threw it from the 7. And now it's third and long as the Maroons went for the home run. Got to be careful here. You're going to give up field position. Early in the fourth quarter. Murray and Suppen come into the game for the sidelines. Dittus leaves along with Maroons Eller coming to the sideline.
Just need to get a nice gain out of here, whether we get the first down or not, but we need to get a nice gain so that if we have to punt, we can try to get ourselves back out of the hole.
Mulvey coming in for Newton, plays deep safety. Noblet moves over here on the left side. We spread it out. 3 receivers here on the left side. You got to think Johnson wants to throw. Coach Kent not afraid to air it out. Steps, goes long again. Ball tipped.
He got hit right as he was throwing.
And the Maroons are going to be forced to punt. No flags anywhere, so it'll be fourth down. The Maroons are going to have to punt the ball deep in their own territory from their 11. 11:51 to play in the game. The Maroons down a point, about to give the football up.
Everyone get their 50-50 tickets out. And I will institute here in the next few minutes. Thank you.
Newton receivers standing on their own, on the Robinson 42-yard line, expecting this kick here. High snap, has it, and a great kick. Turns it over, and it's going to be taken at the 43-yard line. He's at the 35. And brought down. Nice tackle. It's Elliott again. Elliott with a stop. That's the second time on special teams.
Love to see that. He's pretty fired up, too.
Sneaks around and got him low and put him on the ground. Elliott with a great open field tackle.
He went down, too. I mean, it was not like he grabbed him or anything. He went down, took his legs out.
Get the ball in there on the Maroon 30-yard line. Newton with the ball, and the clock, 11:42. A lot of time left here. Maroons down a point. Newton, though, in Maroons territory at the 30. Snap it. Wolf keeps it. Makes a juke move on the outside. Spins around. Knocked out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Got about 7 on the play. That was it. Wolf, the ball carrier. Second down, they need about 3 to get to the red zone. They're on the 23. Pick up the first down at the 20. Spread it out. Ball on the left hash. Wolf, the quarterback, wants the football. Has it. And it's fumbled, picked up by Dalton. Or Fulton makes the turn. Cuts back and brought down. And there's a late flag. That's going to be on Newton. Nope. Let's see what happens here. Trickett comes to the sideline. Something happened. And it's against Newton. This is going to be backed up. And a big call as Fulton got it down inside the 20 and had the first down. And that flag came out behind the play. Marking it off. Waiting for the spot here. It's going to be a big penalty on the Eagles. All the way back to the Maroon 33, and it'll be second down. They'll need about 13 now. They had the first down.
I always get confused when sometimes they mark those off from the spot of the foul, and sometimes they mark them off from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think that one looked to me like from the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage, because the flag was way behind there.
Johnson has it. Quick out in the flat. Catch made. Breaks a tackle. And he gets loose along the sideline. Knocked out of bounds. Down past the first down marker.
Taken out of bounds by landed on Hill, number 39.
And Fulton with the catch, I think. Yeah.
Number 3,
Dexton Fulton.
That was just a short pass, and then he made most of the rest of it on his own.
That'll move the chains. First and 10, the clock moving, 11:06. Let's stop now. 11:06 to play in the ball game. Maroons down a point, need to make a stop here. First and 10, the ball on the 18-yard line. They've been there before. Mulvey, the quarterback, sophomore, has it. Inside handoff and lined up. We eat that one up, put him on the ground. No gain on the play, may have lost a yard.
Number 24, ball carrier, Quincy Fulton.
Lost a yard, second 11. Play comes in, quarterback goes over, gets it from his head coach. Maroons set the defense. Dunlap back in the game. He's playing right tackle. Maroons packing it in the box. Back throw. Goes to the corner. He's got the ball out there, and it's fought for and complete. Noblet, they throw in a tough spot. A.J. Noblet, a tough defensive back, breaks that one up.
That looked like that could have went either way.
Yeah,
I thought their kid caught it, and then I thought Noblet came up with it.
Hand-to-hand comment in the corner. 10:20 left in the game. Maroons trying to make a stop, get the ball back. It's 3rd and 11 for Newton on the Maroon 19-yard line. And again, you got to keep the eye on number 24, Fulton. He lines up at a tight end. But Wolf in motion, rolls out to the right. Flag comes down. There's the pass caught. And Murray slings him down, but the flag down. And I got a feeling it's going against Newton.
Number 4, Frank Wolf, the ball carrier brought in by number 2, Braylon Murray.
So a decision time here. I think Robinson wiped this penalty out. Legal procedure against Newton. I decline the penalty here. It's going to bring up 4th down. Oh, I'm going to move him back. No, you wipe out the penalty. Wouldn't that be 4th down?
I would think so.
Yeah, and it'd be 4th and 11. Wipe it off. Nope. Decline it. That's
okay,
the call.
there we go.
Yeah, you got to decline that. That's going to be 4th. They move it up. 4th and about 7 yards maybe. Players want the crowd to get into it. Ball on the 15-yard line. Newton looking at a 4th down and a good 7 yards needed here. Mulvey has the play from the sideline. Maroons defense played much better here in the second half. Newton shut out in the second half. Fulton split wide to it's Dexter Fulton, wide to the left. There's the snap, wants to throw, looks to the corner, airs it out, and nobody home. And the Maroons will take over on downs. Defensive pressure too much for the quarterback. Now the Maroons down a point. Need to get something going on the offensive side. Maroons take over on their own 15-yard line.
Number is 156524. I'll repeat that. 50-50 ticket, $269.
Sorting things out here.
6524. And you've got 5 minutes to go to the silent auction table and pick up your money.
Okay, here we go.
Once again, ticket number 1.
From the 15-yard line, the offense now out, trailing by a point. 28-27 on the Simcoe scoreboard. 9:49 left in the game. Maroons offense out there. Bonnell back in the game. He's the right halfback. Noblet on the left shoulder. Wants to throw. Pump fake. Dumps it in the flat. There's a pitch and go, and it's the big play. Noblet's got an open field. Here he goes. 40, 30, 20, 10. That's going to be a touchdown. Noblet runs away from him. No flags. And at 9:36 to go, it's 85-yard hook and ladder. Hook and ladder works. Green caught it. Lateraled it to A.J. Noblet, and he did the rest, and the Maroons have the lead again.
Now you tell me how I'm supposed to score that. Green catches it.
He gets so much on the pass, and then the rest of it's a run. So he gets wherever he pitched it. It must have been about, I'd say he caught it on about the 25. So 10 on the pass, let's say, and 75 on the ground. You want to go that route? Something like that?
Works for me.
Okay. 2-point conversion. To Johnson. Wants to throw. Pump fake. Rose to his right. Looks. Dumps it in the end zone. And that's 2. And that's the Green. 2-point conversion makes it 35-28. Maroons. We'll be back with a kickoff in 30 seconds. Well, the hook and ladder play works for 85 yards and a touchdown, and the Maroons lead. Marshall has beaten Lawrenceville tonight 33-10, and Olney leading Paris now 42-20 in the fourth quarter. 35-28 here. The Maroons with a touchdown lead, and then this 9:36 to play, trying to extend their 2-game winning streak to 3. And been a good, really good high school game here tonight at Crosby Field. Maroons about to give it up on the kick. And Newton's been shut out by a good defensive effort here in the second half for the Maroons. It was 28-21 at halftime. Robinson was down. They put up 14 unanswered points. Short kick. Engelingen going to be taken at the 27. Comes out from there, across the 35. And now he's got an open look down the sideline and in Maroon territory. Got across the 50 and knocked out near the 46-yard line, maybe, 45. We'll wait for the spot. Sorting it out, looks like it's going to be the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for Newton. Maroon defense out. Protecting a 7-point lead, 9:29 to play.
Wow.
Good one.
That was fast.
Yeah.
I can see Upmore running down the sidelines, keeping up with that one.
Think he could do that?
Oh, yeah.
He was good between the 45s. Moved pretty well there. Snap, they keep it on the ground. The handoff, quarterback draw up the middle. That's Wolf. Wrapped up. And throwing down. You get about 2 on the play. They'll give him 3. A long 3. It could be second down and a long 6. The ball at the 44-yard line. They faked the handoff to Fulton. The quarterback kept it. And they're going to give him 3 on the scoreboard. So the ball on the 44. Clock moving, 9 minutes to play. Maroons up a touchdown. Newton more than likely getting to think about 4-down territory the rest of the way, and so will the Maroons. Give it to Fulton, tries to get the edge, cuts back, hits the hole hard, and dives toward the first down yard line. Going to be close.
I think he's going to be a little short.
He'll be short about a yard. 3rd and 1, the ball on the 38-yard line. Third and 1, ball on the 38-yard line. Quarterback has it. They keep it on the ground. They had the first down. Dives forward across the 37 down near the 36-yard line. Wolf the ball carrier, and that's a first down. They give him the 36.5-yard line. And will move the chains.
We've been mistaken the 50-50 drawing here quickly here. The number is...
They read the wrong number. That's a bad day on the 50-50 draw.
242.
Oops.
Oops.
Once again, winning number 50-50, 156-5242.
And then there, everybody's under the bleachers looking for their ticket they threw away. 1st and 10 for Newton on the Maroon 36-yard line here in the 4th quarter. Snap, they give it to Fulton. He tries to find the corner. Flag comes out, and there'll be a hold. And that's coming back. Newton just dug a hole right there, holding on the Eagles. And it'll be 1st and 20 when they walk this one off. That's a second big mistake Newton's made this second half. The penalties have been costly for them.
Yep.
7:31 to play in the ball game.
They're drive killers.
You can get the ball back on this drive. You might be in a good shot here.
Yep.
Maroons came in tonight 2-4. Newton 1-5, and these two teams have played really good football for not having the best record in the world, but they matched up.
Football game.
They really matched up pretty well. Crowd trying to get into it here. Newton has it, dumps it, pump fake, looks downfield. Got a receiver out here, going to underthrow him, and could not come back for the football. 2nd and 20.
Tyler Erickson on the coverage.
Intended for number 7, Landon McClure.
2nd and 20. Stops the clock, 7:07.
Try to do this as quick as I can. Scholastic Bowl, Lacey McBean to make checks out to RHS. To make sure
2nd and 20.
With payment at the auction table.
Second from the 46-yard line. Newton tightens it up. Fulton in motion. Giving the fill. They drop it. It's on the ground, and we got it.
We got it. 55 on the cover. Reed Van Schoik.
Van Schoik's got it in his hand, feeling pretty good. And the Maroons have it in midfield. Newton turns it over.
Number 25 Scholastic Bowl, Lacey McBean.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Maroons at their own 49-yard line and start keeping it on the ground. Work the clock, 7:02 to play and up 7.
Might see a heavy dose of Bonnell.
Yeah, no kidding. And he's on the field with Noblet in the backfield.
$30, Liz Green.
Here we go.
Country movie night basket.
Looks like we're in a running formation.
Johnson looking at his wristband. Noblet pointing, and now we're good to go. Bonnell in the backfield with Johnson. Gets the football. Hit, and nothing there. Driven back. They were ready for that and stopping for no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Didn't have a good mesh on the handoff there either.
2nd down and 10.
tell you what, I kept the clock a couple of weeks ago, and there's 40 seconds that they put on there now. That's a long time. When we first went to the 25-second clock, I loved it, but that 40 seconds, the way they're doing it now, you can run a lot of time off the clock in between plays.
Johnson has it. Caught in the backfield, hit, and driven back. And it'll be a loss on the play, and Newton coming after him.
Number 3, Reese Johnson taking out with number 12, Drew Ernest. Boys basket, Grateful basket, Erica List.
Getting the play in, third down, and they say 12 on the board. Ball on the 47-yard line of Robinson. And you got to think now you're going to put it in the air here, or you're going to be conservative and eat some more clock.
They have a nice little flat pass or something. Somebody catch it and have a chance to run with it.
Johnson in the gun, has the football, wants to throw, and here after him big time, and he's got room to run. Puts it in the flat, and
I believe.
Say he caught it, I think.
I think he did catch it. Noblet, no, Green.
Green had made the catch, and that'll move the sticks. They're talking about it over there. They're not going to give it to him yet. They're talking on the sideline. Incomplete. That'll bring it back. So it'll bring up fourth down, and now the punting team more than likely going to have to come out for the Maroons. Oh, what's that signal? See that thing he's doing? Oh, no. Okay, looks like the punting team on for the Maroons. Sutton back. And 5:16 left in the game. We're about to give the football up. 4th and 12. Ball from the 47. Looks we're short a player? No. Looks like we were trying to run one on there. Gets the kick off, and a decent kick.
Go our way. There you go.
Get away from it. It's going to roll, and now rolling back. There it is. They bring it dead. Elliott tags it. And Newton will have it on their own 28-yard line with 5:05 to play, and they trail by a touchdown.
Biscuit basket, Troy.
From the 28-yard line, Newton with the ball. 1st and 10. They trail by a touchdown. The Maroons defense has shut them out here in the second half.
Nothing big.
No. Just keep an eye on Fulton. Ball on the flat to Fulton, knocked out of bounds. After a gain out to the 35-yard line. Got about 6 on the play, 2nd down and 4.
Number 3, Reese Johnson.
That's 6 on the play. Second down and 4. Fulton split wide to the right. Goes in motion now.
Oh, somebody pick him up.
There's a cutback. Hit at the
good
line.
play.
Nice tackle.
Noblet read that. He was up there in a heartbeat.
And looks like a loss on the play. Clock moving. 4:47 to go.
Noblet and Eller both got up there. They read that as soon as it was coming.
Loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 5.
Kathy Harbison.
3rd down and 5. Maroons by a touchdown, 35-28. 4:26 left in the game. Big play here. Maroon defense, a chance to make a stop, get the ball back, and eat some clock.
Could be the ball game.
Back to throw. Set. Fires a strike. Caught. Flag down, and that could be a hold there. Pass is good for the 1st down, but this is probably coming back.
Number 7, Lynn McClure.
Holding. Newton. That's going to wipe out a big play. And now it'll be 3rd and about 15.
Cozy Christmas basket, Courtney boys track, bunch of beverage basket, Kara Mosby.
Third down, and this gets marked off from the line there, and should be about third in.
Ran the big basket, Rustin Rich.
Big play here. Third down and 15 now.
You know, the holding now just drives me crazy watching a college or pro game because they do it all the time. It's like they teach it, and it seems like it's filtering down. There's been a lot of holds tonight.
Seems like we've had a lot, yeah. Third down and 15 for Newton. Crowd again getting into this, trying to help. And they're good to go. Man in motion is Fulton. There's the snap. Steps back, wants to throw, flush, gets a block. And running for it, and he's at the 30, 35, and out of bounds. Short of the first down.
He could have got it, too.
He could have. I'm surprised to give up on it.
He just gave up and ran out of bounds.
Short by a couple, and now a fourth down call for Newton. You got to go for it if you're Newton. 4:02 to play. And you make the stop here, and the Maroons in great shape. The ball on the Newton 36-yard line. They're going to take a timeout. Newton wants to talk it over. Timeout on the field. Maroons by a touchdown. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Once again, make checks out to RHS and pick them up before the game's over at the north end of the court, or north of the football field. Autographed helmet, Eric Erickson. Date night, Joy Trooper.
Both teams talking it over. We got 4:02 left in the ball game, but more importantly, you make a stop here, and you're in the driver's seat, aren't you? Because you get the ball in their territory.
This is huge.
Eagles need 2 yards. Newton, if we stop them right here, they're in big trouble. The ball on the Eagle 36-yard line.
Maxwell House Pie, Erica List.
Yeah, they're putting Fulton over here on this wing.
You think they wouldn't throw? You think they'd throw here? They put Wolf in the backfield.
They got 2 guys in front of them.
Maroons load up the box. There's the snap. And they're going to keep the quarterback drawing. He's got the first down, hit hard as he got the first down by Bonnell. And the Maroons will give up the first down. Eagles pick it up to the 44-yard line. First and 10. Fresh set of downs. The clock moving inside 4 minutes. Maroons protecting a 7-point lead, 35-28. They've shut Newton out here in the second half. Defense has been stunning.
That's really not a legal formation.
Screen pay. Nope. Flushed out of the pocket again. Oh.
Fumble.
Got it back. Flag late.
That was not a face mask. That's what he's going to call, I bet.
Something happened.
He had an arm that went across his helmet.
The player down, holding his leg. Cramp. That looks like the cramp position. Flag down. 2 of them down.
Injury timeout.
He's never signaled the flag yet, has he?
Engineering Club.
Oh, he picked. That was beanbag. I thought it was a flag.
I did too. He picked it up.
He picked it up. Must have been a beanbag.
So a loss on the play. It looks like they're going to be 2nd and 12. The ball going to be back to the 43-yard line, 42-yard line. One player's up. The other one now hops up. Second down and 12. 3:25 left in the game.
Softball, Jesse Rose.
They should crank this as soon as it's.
Yeah, good to go. Here it goes.
There it goes. Second
down and 12 for the Eagles. Maroons trying to stop them. 3:13 left in the game. The ball on the Eagle 42-yard line. He's got the ball. Pump fake. Makes the catch. And we're right there to knock down the receiver. Erickson with the stop. And a gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Clock continuing to move inside 3 minutes. Newton in no hurry. They run that play back and forth to the quarterback, going to the coach. 3rd down, they need a good 8 yards here. And they are in no hurry, are they?
No.
3rd down and 8. Maroons up a touchdown, 35-28. Spread it out. They have it, want to throw. Here comes the rush. And it's incomplete. Went off the hands, intended for number 9. That is Evan Zumbalin. Too high, just out of his reach. Ball was tipped. Now 4th down again for Newton, and here's the ball game. 2:16 left. Best play they've had this half has been the quarterback run.
Yeah. This is 9 yards, though. I think they're going to have to try to throw it, either throw it or get Fulton around the corner. Might be trying to run a speed jet sweep.
Fulton swings out in motion. Snap, rolls that way, looks at him. Flushed out of the pocket, now he's in trouble. Makes the throw, downfield, caught and pushed out of bounds. And that's a 1st down. Well, that's just a pure athletic catch down here along the sideline. Moves it to the 43-yard line with 2:09 to play. And the Eagles pick up the 1st down. This thing's not over.
I thought we had that one.
I did too. Yeah, I thought that was going to be it.
Well, needless to say, this is huge right here. This series right here is 2:09 to go.
It's the ball game. First and 10 for the Eagles on the Maroon 43-yard line now. Put Fulton in motion. Fake the handoff, and they go up the middle with the dive play. And they're going to pick up about 2 yards on the play, and now they're going to have to hurry. They keep coming to the sideline for the play. The clock moving inside 2 minutes. And it'll be a passing game before long. Plays in. Clock moving, a minute 40 to go. 41 yards away from a tie game. If an extra point is successful. Snap, pump fake, sideline, incomplete. 3rd down coming. That wasn't going to mount to much there. Third down, 1:31 to go.
He wouldn't have gained but a yard or two, and the clock would have still been running.
Yeah, that wasn't going to do any good. Now they're going to have to throw something, and they've got a timeout. They could go to the middle of the field still. Fulton split wide to the left in the slot. Step back, looks at him, now flushed again. Comes back with it, Noblet. Incomplete. They say he caught it. That clock's going to run. Now they got to hurry. The quarterback going over to get the play. 1:18. 4th down. They got to use a timeout. Newton takes the timeout. And with 1:14 left, we're one play away from having a win here if we can make a stop.
Is that their last timeout? They got one to go.
Well, you can't trust the board right now. They say 2, but I think he might have one more. $1:14 left here. Maroons up a touchdown, 35-28. Trailed 28-21 at the halftime. Newton with just one play left, and they got to pick a good one, as they say. Well, they've made a decision on what they want to call. And the Maroons can just make one more stop. This thing all but over. 4th down. Newton breaks the huddle. Keep an eye on where Fulton is. Fulton. There's the snap. Fakes. Rolls out. In trouble. Throws it into a crowd and dropped out of bounds. Incomplete, and the Maroons can run out the clock. Turning it over on downs. Robinson going to get the football and the lead with 1:08 to play.
Great play by Murray.
Yeah, he did cover well. He almost picked it off.
Almost picked it off. He did pick it off, but they ruled he was out of bounds.
So the Maroons take over on downs with 1:08 to go. They can go to the victory formation, run out the clock. Be smart here. Simple stuff. They're down to one timeout. Take it, come up and take it. That's what they're going to do. And it's always good to get to do this. Snap, down, and that should do it. Probably have to snap it one more time. Got to get it down under 40. Referee's telling the quarterback what to do here. He said, get that clock under 40 and then snap the football, and it's over. That's all you got to do. Look at the clock. Don't go too quick here. All right, that's going to do it right here. That's it. That'll be the final. 35-28. We're going to win it. Maroons get the win, go to 3-4. They win 3 in a row now and head to Paris next Friday night. Good one here tonight. Wow, good high school football. 35-28.
Great high school football game.
We're waiting for the horn to sound. We'll be taking a 2-minute break. Okay, there's the horn. The Maroons go to 3-4 and travel to Paris next Friday night. We'll take a 2-minute break, be back with the First National Bank post game right after this. Only 50-28, 7 minutes to play. Wow, only 64-36. 4 minutes to go. Well, a great win for the Maroons tonight, 35-28 over Newton. Right now it's only 64, Paris 36 with 4 minutes to play in that one Because both teams going nuts scoring there. That's 100 points. That's crazy. Okay, here both teams still out on the field. Robinson with a 3-game winning streak now as they improve to 3-4. Newton falls to 1-6. That was a great high school game. Tied it, or I guess down. Maroons trailed 28-21 at halftime, Coach.
That's right. And came back and just played hard, capitalized on Newton mistakes, and got the job done.
Fun one here. Let's move right on over to the scoreboard or the final stats and highlights brought to you by Crawford Memorial Hospital, proudly providing athletic training services to Robinson athletes. All yours. Just, okay. I'm sure you've got it all exact. Upmore would be proud of you. That's
very, very unofficial stats here. I've got the Maroons having 34 rushes for 259 yards, 11 out of 24 in the passing game for another 197 yards, which together there would have been 420 some yards. Individually, Johnson had 13 carries for 62 yards. Bonnell had 12 carries for 52 yards. Noblet had only 4 carries but had 91 yards. Green had 4 carries for 53 yards. And let's see, number 63, Noah Schick got 1 yard out of that fumble recovery. Fall forward. In the passing and receiving, Noblet had 3 catches for 78 yards. Green had 5 catches for 101 yards. Murray had 1 catch for 18 yards. And Erickson had 1 catch for 3 yards. Scoring plays for the Maroons tonight in the first quarter. They had a 63-yard pass from Johnson to Noblet. And then the second quarter, at 11:30 to go, we had a 2-yard run by Bonnell for a score, made it 14-13. Still in the second quarter, we had a 13-yard pass from Johnson to Noblet, made the score 21-21. And then in the third quarter, early in the third quarter, when we moved the ball right down the field, Bonnell scored on a 2-yard run, which at that time made the score 28-27. We were behind by 1. And then in 9:36 to go in the fourth quarter, we had the 85-yard hook and ladder. Johnson threw the pass to Noblet for 10, and then, threw it to Green for 10, and then he lateraled to Noblet, who went the other 75 for the score, which put the score at 35-28, which is what we ended up.
Good one for sure. Maroons a winner, 35-28 over Newton. We'll give some game balls out tonight. Who's your game ball winner here?
Well, I don't know. We spread it around pretty good. I have to say that hook and ladder was the big one, though. That was executed like they practice that one every day.
Big play there.
Great
play. Yeah, I thought that the effort out of Landon Bonnell may have fed over to the other guys. He just seemed like he was not going to be denied. It kind of got the energy going on both sides of the ball. That was a big plus.
He did. Cruz on defense was in there causing disruptions all night long as well.
Special teams, Elliott.
I mean,
some plays.
Did he make every tackle on special teams?
He might have.
He may have.
Yeah, he was a heck of a game tonight for him. And the quarterback, Reese Johnson, again, just showing his poise. He threw the ball well and played both ways.
Played both ways, and he doesn't really make a lot of mistakes. He's real heady with the ball, and I'm just really impressed with his quickness. He's quick.
You know, the kids that don't get a lot of credit, but the offensive, defensive lines. You know, we had time to run our offense tonight, and sometimes that doesn't always happen. We talked a lot about Cruz Dunlap and the effort he had on defense. But I think all in all, just a great team effort to get the win here against a team from Newton that's only going to get better.
It was. And, you know, both two young teams that have struggled early, and you can see that they're both getting better. They're both getting a lot better as the season has gone along. And it was like you said, the lines on both sides, they don't get a lot of the talk and never do. But they did a good job tonight, and Johnson had a lot of time.
Seemed like it. Yeah, just a really good high school football game here tonight. Now, next up for the Maroons, Paris will be up there. And that game with 4 minutes left, only 64, Paris 36, in a game that was tied 20-all at halftime. So Alney must have had a visit in the locker room.
I think Alney did the same thing to Newton. It was like a 21-20 game at halftime, and then it ended up being really lopsided.
Now they'll have Casey next week. Casey playing Mount Carmel tomorrow, 7 p.m. in Casey, I think is where that game is. What other scores did you have there? I know you had some up a little while ago. Muhammad was all over Effingham. That was the halftime score, 42-0 in that one.
Yes, I'm trying to see if I can pull these up. Mount Zion beat Charleston 42-10, or they're beating them in the fourth quarter. Marshall over Lawrenceville 33-10.
That's a final.
Muhammad Seymour 49-0 over Effingham. That's a final.
Wow, yeah. Muhammad's going to win the Apollo. They're going to win that Apollo. So the Maroons now 3-4 on the year. A trip to Paris next Friday, and then finish here at Crosby Field in 2 weeks with the Alney Tigers. And Alney and Casey play next Friday, and that's probably for the conference championship there. It's both teams tonight, at least, were undefeated. Alney going to be undefeated, and you've got to look at Casey playing Mount Carmel tomorrow. That could go either way, I think, but we'll just have to see. Well, appreciate you enjoying. I hope you enjoyed it up here. I mean, it was entertaining.
I'm going to go home and unstress myself.
Mike's going to be on the phone wanting to talk to you. Okay, we're going to wrap it up from Crosby Field here tonight. The Maroons a winner. They're 3-4 on the year, and a great game for us to enjoy, and hope you guys did as well. Been listening to First National Bank post game here on WTYE-FM, WTYEFM.com on the internet. We'll be in Oblong tomorrow afternoon, 8-man football and senior night there in the afternoon. I guess we'll call it senior night. And until next Friday, for Terry Roach, thanks for setting in, Coach, and helping out. Reggie out of town. Zach's been our producer, and we had no flaws tonight. Good job, Zach. We'll see you all again tomorrow anyway from Oblong, but we'll see you back with Maroon football next Friday night. Good night, everyone.
That's how you do.
I tell you what, you're good at it. I'm sitting here trying to keep. I finally got smart and started writing the yard line down. I couldn't remember it, and then I'm trying to figure out how far was that play, how much yards did they gain, or whatever. So I finally got smart and started writing that down. But
It's tough.
you're just so good with it. You call it out.